Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live back at it again, folks. It's a magnificent Monday, and it is the last stream of the year. We got WWE RAW. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into, and so much more. It's going to be a fun night tonight. Make sure you get in that chat, click all the buttons, and don't forget, strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel-good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live back at it again, folks. Welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. It's going to be a fun one here tonight. We got lots to jump into, lots to talk about in the wrestling world. And as always, we are the live reaction to all the action here tonight. WWE RAW on tap, plus the wrestling stuff we got to get into. It's a plethora, if you will. But I see that chat filling up. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. Be a part of the show. Be a part of the family. We are about 20 minutes away from the start of the show. It's going to be a good one here tonight, folks. I will remind everyone out there, I am Mr. Everynight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and my guy, we are at the end of an era. It's our last stream of 2024. It's the last Monday Night Raw on network television, the last one on USA Network. It's the go-home show before they go to Netflix. This feels very big.
Oh, it feels big, man, and I'm excited for it. Netflix feels big. We're getting ready for it. Lots of teases on, the likes of Charlotte possibly ready to go. What's Becky up to? Who else is in the mix? A lot of conversation, but it feels big. Crazy to see that Raw, goodbye USA, so long. So it's going to be very interesting in that regard. But yeah, their last show here before the big change. It's going to be a crazy 2025. 2024, Nick, was insane.
Yeah, and it's only about to get crazy. Like you mentioned with Raw and Netflix, like that's a gigantic leap, and they've already got a stack card leading into it, and still plenty tricks up their sleeve. But it's crazy that I don't know if the year is accurate, but I saw like around 32 years or whatever that Monday Night Raw has essentially been on network television, been on USA and everything. They did a little stint with Spike or TNN or whatever, but excuse me, yeah. It's crazy to think that like most of our like lives, Monday Night Raw has been on network television. You can sit there and flip through the cable guide and find Monday Night Raw. Now you're not going to be able to do that.
No, that's the mind-blowing thing, right? It's just times have changed. We're getting older, we're growing up, and things are changing. We got HBO Max coming on Wednesday, January 1st, as they tune up their streaming side of things. Not quite the same, but definitely getting it big. Adam Copeland returns. He's going to be a part of that night. Again, I mean, just to start off the year, we're coming out of the gate sprinting.
Well, and since you mentioned, end of the world and everything like that, World's End, damn it, why do I keep calling it that? But exactly, that's probably why. But that was a really good way for AEW to stick the landing and everything like that. That was probably arguably one of their best pay-per-views of 2024. Yeah. That already sets the good benchmark of where we're going into 2025.
Yeah, no, man, that's good juju for them. I think it's awesome. And but the old saying, better late than never. And I feel like in 2024, Tony was late, but he wasn't never. So there was some debate online. Was it really their best pay-per-view of the year? Well, was Revolution better? Revolution was more sentimental. All In, because of what it is, people kind of default to All In the way people default to WrestleMania. But All In wasn't all what it was supposed to be. Like, I thought it underachieved. So I thought World's End exceeded my expectations in a phenomenal way for AEW to end 2024. Like you said, good vibes going into 2025. Now, Wednesday, deliver a show. Give us a show.
Well, and I feel like they're going to have to because it's going to be interesting now that they're switching to Max 2 as well. Like, is streaming the way that wrestling's going by the end of 2025? Is every show essentially going to be streaming?
Yeah, not just streaming. I think we see it now. Sports. They're dabbling with sports, boxing and
Hmm.
football. Yeah, I think before long. I mean, even Prime's doing Monday Night Hockey now. Like, I mean, everybody's getting into that live programming as well. So what are you gonna tune into cable for? Reruns of Big Bang, reruns of fucking The Simpsons, Family Guy episodes. Like, I don't know, bro.
Hey, The Simpsons might sell me on it. The Simpsons might sell me on it.
Right?
The others, maybe
Football
not
is
so
going well
much.
here. So it'll be very interesting because the other side of that coin now, where people start talking about streaming, is the cost of it all. Like, well, if I got all these subscriptions, I might as well have cable.
Right. That's why, folks, you need to be a friend. Tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe to the Wrestling for Life Network because we got you covered on all the things. We're your cable package, all in one nice, neat little bow. I can say words.
100%, 100%. But folks, like we said, this is our last stream of 2024. We are off tomorrow to celebrate and bring in the new year. But it's been a hell of a year. We appreciate everybody that can hear my voice right now as we creep back up towards triple digits where we want to be. It's been an insane year. 2024 has come and gone super fast. Everything from Tony Khan in a neck brace at the draft to Vince McMahon no longer being a thing, Punk Drew tearing it down. We've seen broken bones, broken legs included.
Right.
It's been chaos. We've seen job changes, company changes, and more Jericho than anybody wants to ever see.
That's a bold prediction. Jericho will retire in 2025. He'll
That's
go
a
on
bold
his
prayer.
retirement tour.
That's a
Yeah,
prayer.
no, I said this. Sorry.
That's a prayer, not a prediction.
Fair enough. Life is a mist. But yeah, no, I said this during our prediction show, or not our prediction show, our best of 2024 show and everything about how 2024 has really felt like 10 years in one. Like there's been so much that's happened in pro wrestling. We went through like a chunk of the stream when we were talking about the great things that happened in 2024 and forgot that Sting's retirement happened in 2024 because there's been so many insane things. Like I'm still struggling to remember that they showed the footage in 2024. You're muted, sir.
I put the cough mic on.
There you
go. We have Daniel Bryan essentially retire
go. Mm-hmm.
all this year. We saw people suffocated. We saw needles through the cheek. We saw a man set on fire and still get a pin. Like insane nonsense happened this year for sure.
Yes, but we also still had crazy good moments like we saw Jordan Grace in the Women's Royal Rumble. We had everything that was WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
We saw the spectacle that was Cody versus Roman with Dwayne and Taker and this and that.
Right? They finished the story.
Right.
Mark Calloway becomes a heel to half the country.
To all the Samoans out there.
No, I mean it's madness. Jacob Fatu is in a WWE ring. Like that's got to be one of the biggest holy shits of all. A lot of crazy stuff happened. Jacob Fatu. If you had Jacob Fatu in the WWE on your 2024 bingo card, congratulations.
Yeah, I'd like you to buy me some lotto tickets and everything
Yeah.
like that because I think you might hit some shit else. And then even still, everything that we saw with the relationship between WWE and NXT, or between TNA and WWE, of Joe Hendry pretty much was the thing of 2024.
Joe Hendry, yeah, hitting the charts, bro. Like again, it just felt like they're literally a wrestler trying to curve the love of Taylor Swift. Like trying to get into that spotlight, battling Taylor Swift for chart spots. It's insane.
But that's the crazy part of it. 2024 feels like it's been a decade all into itself, and that tells me that 2025 is going to be even crazier because we've got, like we said, AEW starts it off on a really good footnote and everything. We've got Omega back, which strap in and strap on already for Okada versus Omega. However many, I think 18 at this point. We're going to get Moxley versus Copeland and everything. Plus, still, we've got everything going on with TNA starting to go live as well.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Everything with WWE going to Netflix and etc. The wrestling world is a boom, and like 2024 was just the start of it. It feels.
Oh, 100% in a lot of ways. So, but let's real quickly because time is a ticking. We
Right.
will say hello to some of the people as we get up to 76. Remember, if you can hear my voice, take this link, share it everywhere that you find your wrestling content. Help us find some more friends, help grow the family. And we would greatly appreciate it. But Damien, the first one in the chat tonight, looking forward to a face to face between CM Punk and Seth Rollins for the last time until January 6th. Man, all they have to do to sell you on these two, Nick, is under the same roof. That's it.
Yeah, they've done such a job into this. Like, this is part of too why we were praising what they're doing with Monday Night Raw on Netflix. If this is a WrestleMania Royal Rumble match, easy, and you're getting it on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. I mean, again, and I mean, even the tribal combat, tribal
Yes,
battle, tribal showdown,
tribal
whatever.
warfare.
Yeah, tribal warfare. I mean, even that being on this card, being part of this show, that you also have a Seth CM Punk. You have the payoff of Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley. You like Penta Zero, maybe.
All right.
So I mean, a lot of possibility, which is a lot of excitement. Again, Wednesday is Fight for the Fallen. Next Monday is Netflix and the premiere. We will be here on Sunday, folks, for a preview and predictions for the for Netflix premiere. We'll also be here Thursday, with the bold predictions of 2025. Tune in for that one. Give it some thoughts, and we're gonna spill our guts on what we think will happen in 2025. Myself, Nick, and Anthony, and you guys can get in on it too. So don't be late on Thursday.
Right, we get to see who can be Nostradamus of the future here and everything.
Let's go. Got that one. Welcome, Damien, by the way. Michael, who's prediction champion? Well, according to the screen, it's OG Dale. OG Dale. Shout out to OG Dale.
There you go. There you go.
I'm here for the show. Jason, good reason to be here, man. Rocco, what's up? What's up? Ed used the chair bar into a crossface on all members of the Shield officially. Yes.
Yes, I did see that going around. So now he's officially hit that same spot.
Right. Mega, good to see you. Ken, good to see you. Damien's a new member. Welcome, buddy.
Right.
What's up, KJ and Big Nick? I can't watch Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Football tonight. Well, keep me posted on Monday Night Football. It's very important to me.
Yeah, you have a 32-point lead on me in the championship. Yes, so congratulations on your championship. Ain't no way, ain't no how.
Look, Detroit's going to mail it in. I'm nervous as shit right now.
They're about to face Minnesota next week to decide who's the champion of their division and everything like that. Like, they're not going to mail this in. This matters to them still.
I hope so, because if they mail it in, I mean, that guy, what's his face? Giordano. The man's had a couple big nights this season, so
not 32.
Not 32. But yeah, I mean, I wish you luck, man. It's gonna come down to the wire. It's gonna be fun.
Right. And now I'm also playing you in hockey. That's been the whole thing of this whole football playoff. I end up playing everyone I'm facing in the football playoffs in hockey the same week.
Oh, exciting, yeah. You picked a good week to play me. I'm on a bit of a cold stretch here. I lost. I fucking shit the bed last night. I can't wait to see who advances in the Women's United States Tournament. Let's go. It should be interesting. All four ladies on the screen are wrestling tonight. So Zoe will take on Dakota. Io will take on Bird Lady. And we will find out who goes to the finals of the IC title turn.
Right. And both of these feel a little coin flippy to me.
A little bit. There's an argument. I mean, I thought Bird Lady was kind of my initial pick when we first started all this. I didn't know she was going to wrestle Io. Now I want to pick Io. Zoe, good solid heel to go into the finals. Dakota, I mean, again, they've been a little more babyface than heel lately. Like you said, coin flip across the board.
You get Dakota versus Io, damage control versus damage control for it, or I think it's going to end up Dakota versus Lyra.
Dakota versus Lyra has a nice ring to it. The other option is Io Dakota, because there's a story.
damage control versus damage control.
Yeah, that's it. That, like, I mean, to me, Zoe's a bit of the dark horse of the four. And Lyra, they love Lyra getting W's. Like, Lyra collects W's pretty solid.
Well, and I think Io might be. Is she still world title goes towards that, or is she runs kind of dominant? She's, Chelsea was the sentimental pick. Is Io the one that's going to be the workhorse with this belt?
She's, man,
then again, Lyra could be that too. So could Dakota.
I think it could be more defining for Lyra if she had a hot run with the IC title. Io, we know Io's a badass. It'd be really cool. I think she helped. Like, on the other side of that coin, though, Nick, is she helps elevate and make that, like you said, be a bit of that workhorse already built in. I think Dakota could kind of do the same thing as well. Again, I mean, it's tough. And if Zoe stole it, I wouldn't say I was super mad. I don't love PFC, but at least it's something.
Zoe's arguably the one out of that group that I wouldn't have picked to be this far along in the tournament. I'll put it that way. Yep. But I still don't hate Zoe. She still needs some development, some backing, some momentum behind her before I'd put a new title on her.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that at all. Good to see you, Mega. Ken Rock, welcome back. Craig, I see you. Jose, KJME, and Nick. Kevin Knight contract is up in New Japan. Where do you see him going? Back to TNA for a little bit, maybe. He seems like a really good fit for AEW.
No, I want to see him in TNA because that's where I got introduced to this man, and I think he would really thrive in there.
Imagine he shows up in NXT, the matches he could have.
Like
him and Vaughn.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Bouncy.
Yeah, bungees upon bungees, my guy. You thought you had bungees before, but wait, there's more.
I mean, again, very interesting. I like this part of the current day landscape in wrestling because it's very interesting every time a contract does get close to coming up. Definitely causes a good amount of conversation, a lot of speculation.
If I'm TNA, though, I have to make a strong play to re-sign him. I can keep him here and everything because, let's be honest, we're probably about to lose. We're definitely losing Jordan. We're definitely probably losing Josh. We're definitely losing Mike Bailey. So that's a big chunk of your upper echelon right there. And Kevin Knight's a guy that I think could slide pretty well and become the new face of that.
Guy, yeah, I see. Wrestling Proud. What up, Mega? Got you. Candy, welcome. Sup? No, that's for Wrestling Proud. Hope you're doing well. I love seeing the chat. Give the chat love. Safit, welcome back. Wrestling Proud got you. Brayden, how you doing? Let's do this. I'm ready.
Yeah, let's do
it. Jordan, let's fucking go. I had to send you that picture the other night when I put Jingle all the way on. It's like I gotta shut up.
100%, my guy. That movie still lives rent free in my head. I can still quote that movie.
You've tainted it for me a little bit though, because every scene, like the big ones where he freaks out, all I can hear is you. Like I can
you need to do it. Yeah, put that cookie down. Wait till the detective hears about this. He's going to hit the roof.
No, the one that killed me and it instantly made me think of you was there's someone in my my home right now.
There's someone in my house putting up my star on my Christmas tree.
100%.
He got two. I learned the reindeer from that movie. I can only say Santa's actual reindeer in Arnold's voice. It always has to be Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donna, Blitzen, because it's him running down the fucking street towards the radio station.
Right? And what's wrong with that kid? You think having Arnold as your dad would be super?
He's an asshole. That kid's an asshole. That kid's the Grandpa Joe of that movie. He's the heel.
Jordan, welcome back. Safit got you. Braden, we got you already. Lions, 49ers, nail biting. I hope somebody rolls an ankle. Happy New Year.
You already had me trying to halfway cheer against the Bills. Just accept your victory graciously.
Man, I was upset at the Jets. Like, my quarterback got to sit out the whole fourth quarter, bro.
That's what I said. You whooped my ass, and Josh Allen didn't play a whole quarter.
It's been crazy. The Samoan Watchman, welcome back. Eric, how you doing? Recovering from my Commanders OT win. last night in the rest in peace Raw on USA Network. There you go. Thank you, Eric. Congrats to the Commanders. We don't.
Well,
I
I was
don't.
gonna say shout out to Bronson Reed there, our Samoan buddy that's incognito watching us, after he's
Right?
recovered with his ankle injuries.
Oh, there you go. Congrats to the champ, OG Dale, MDB. Welcome back. The knee pad patrol on the loose tonight. Brayton got you, Mega got you. Roll Tide back at it from the south. How you doing? Happy New Year. Time to celebrate and say farewell to Raw in 2024. Say goodbye to Raw on USA Network. Yeah, again, talked about it a lot tonight. That we'll continue to talk about it as the night goes on, folks. But yeah, it's a really it's interesting. Like I said, it's a real cool thing, but a real
It's
change.
a historic moment. Like, I'm expecting a video package and everything. Like, because think about it, there's so much. Like, I still remember this goes back to even when you had Nitro on TV and you're going the flip flop between back and forth and everything. Like, that's now all gone away. Of when you're falling asleep early because you got school the next morning, so you put a VHS tape in to sit there and record Monday Night Raw so you can try and watch it, before you go to school and everything, shit like that. Like, that's all gone by the wayside now. Like, there's so much of the history. There's 30 plus years of Monday Night Raw being on network television.
Yeah, no, I mean it's again, like you said, it's our whole life. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
What's up? 316 TJ Paul. Tyler, I see you. Richard Dale, we got you. Congrats again. Phil's with us. Rodney's with us. Like number 86. Let's go. We can get that up there. We can get to 100 as we sit at 97 before we go live here tonight. And again, folks, we are back on Wednesday for Dynamite, Thursday for our predictions of 2025, Friday SmackDown, and then Sunday your Netflix preview show.
Which Friday on SmackDown's the debut of that going 3 hours as well. So where we're going to get Nakamura versus Andrade, and we're going to get Naomi versus Nia Jax for the women's world title.
Yeah, we'll see. SmackDown going to 3 hours for all the people that were mad about a 2-hour Raw. The first person that complains about 3 hours SmackDown, I'm going to thumb through their history and find the tweet where they were pissed about 2-hour Raw. Shove it down their throat. But we are about 7 minutes away from the start of the show. Looking forward to this one tonight. KJ, you hear Mike Santana comment on potential WWE debut in an interview. I saw the quote going around. I don't specifically know what he said, but I know he did reference WWE.
I haven't seen it, and I actually would really like if Mike Santana showed up in WWE. He's a guy that 100%. He's instantly, you throw him into the US title, IC title division instantly.
Yeah. No, that's a guy that TNA wants to hold on to. Like,
he's their new marquee guy.
He could be. I mean, he's been outstanding. He had an outstanding 2024, like a real breakout 2024 for Mike Santana, being held back for so long. And I mean, we all love Santana and Ortiz as a team. They had a great run. It went to shit in AEW. But here's Mike on. Hey, you don't think AEW could use a guy like Mike Santana right now that can cut a promo, has personality, can go in the ring?
They could use. I'm so worried they would abuse. No, that's the thing. I want you to still finish working on what you've already got before you add more.
Right. Kevin, that could be fun in NXT. Yep. Welcome back, 123 Kid. Braden got you. Tyler got you. Jose's with us. Denisha, welcome back. How you doing? How you doing? Ken, I got you. Antonio Justice. Alexis is with us. C Money is with us. The chat is full, just under 100. And again, just moments away from the start of Raw. It should be a good one. We got a few minutes.
Well, and you can maybe answer this for me. I believe tonight's Monday Night Raw is live. I know they've been doing the holiday tour and everything like that. Okay, well, because I know I saw it come up in the chat a bit and everything.
I thought Friday was
well, and it makes sense because again, it's this is the holiday season. They're doing the holiday tour. That's very much like that. Your Twitter feed must be flooded like mine of now, especially with like Rhea twerking and everything, and Bianca and Naomi giving her the booty smacks and everything. Yeah,
the Nikki aspect got a lot of play.
Pause.
The twerk got a lot of play. The thirsty fellas out there just couldn't help themselves. But I mean,
I don't even think at this point it's just fellas. I think it's just across the board. There's a lot of thirst. There's a lot of dehydration. Too many cookie eating, not enough hydration.
Don Cherry 90, and I I know as an acquaintance. So great guy, absolutely
get
great
him
guy.
on. Da, 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 da.
No, he's awesome.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Nothing much. How you doing? I saw Anthony pop up. There's my man, Anthony. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing tonight? Who's gonna sit through 3 hours of SmackDown?
These guys. Well, again, we talked about this but we do it, and we would have been watching Rampage anyways and everything. We're gonna already be here and still be talking through everything that we just saw on SmackDown and all of that.
Yeah.
If you're one of those that you just flip through the channels, like say you didn't even know that Kevin Owens pile drive Cody Rhodes because it happened after they were on air for Saturday Night Main Event, you don't check Twitter or whatever. Yeah. Are you going to be somebody that's going to still watch through 3 hours of Friday Night SmackDown?
Right. No, I mean, again, I think it's not going to change anything for us, obviously. I mean, it's a little ironic where it's like, oh, okay, Rampage is leaving. Maybe we get to go home early on a Friday.
Well, it's like, so we just don't feel bad talking about SmackDown.
Right? No, it's just like, we're just going to hang in there. So, yeah, I mean, again, Mondays will probably be close to 3 hours. I heard they're going to be a little bit flexible on end time of Raw, but yeah, I mean, lots of fucking content. We're here live.
And I think they've got enough. Now we're reaching the point to where the supply, like the demand is meeting the supply a bit here. Of, I know that there's some people, if they hear 3 hours of SmackDown, oh, I don't want to sit through that. And then it's going to go through like a breeze, because that's even been a big thing in 2024 of Monday Night Raw. Granted, even for the bit it's trimmed down to 2 hours, now you've had the people I want the 3 hours back. But even when it was 3 hours, it still kind of, for the most part, moved at a good clip and everything.
Yeah, that's the challenge I put on Papa Paul and company is, okay, like we said with the other company, we hold them to the same standard. Right. If you're going to do 3 hours Mondays and Fridays, I'm there with you. I'll go for the ride. I'll give you my 6 hours, but you make it worth it. You got to make it good. You got to make it worth tuning into. We had some very horrible.
Okay. I was somehow nicer than you on that one.
Yeah. But we went through a long stretch of bad Raws. Like, especially the second and third hour. You were lucky if you had a good main event to look forward to, but it felt like everything between the opening and the main event was mailed in. If it feels like a marathon, it's going to be noticeable. So we'll see what they do.
SmackDown, I'm worried they need to fill out their depth of story. At least I feel a little bit to make it work with the 3 hours. Like Monday Night Raw has had thy cup runneth over a little bit. That's why, like you said it earlier, with so I had the graphic up of CM Punk and Seth Rollins. All they got to do is say they're going to be under the same roof, and because they built that story up enough that literally they're going to have a hockey fight at some point. I feel tonight.
Yeah, like outside of like MJF and AJ Boom are going to be under the same roof. Like, maybe, like, is there any two people that really kind of like they're going to be in the same
Roman Reigns and The Rock, I think, is the next closest you could get to it. Right, but I'm saying I don't even think MJF and AJ Boom will do it for you.
Right? No, that's hilarious to think they might be their only hope. Avengers Assemble, welcome. Raw is live. Yes, Braden, good to see you again. Terrence, I just recently found out that Ryback is on Impact Wrestling. No, he's not.
No. If
those are reruns,
Ryback is telling you that he's actually on Impact Wrestling, then he's had an impact on his, brain.
Yeah, no, Ryback. I don't think Ryback can go. I don't think he can get in the ring and do it. And that's why he talks a lot of shit. But has anybody seen him in a ring? Like, when was the last time? I want video proof.
I almost feel like that's the first time in 2024 you've actually gone on a Ryback rant, or at least in a very long time, and that was still tame. Jericho sucked all the rage out of you. Pause.
As I'm getting to start the show, sir.
And then
now.
Yeah. Of course it would work perfectly on the last one. Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick and I are taking up on Together. Yes. All right. So we're ready to go. Nick and I are synced up. If you guys want to pause up your stuff and play along, that is excellent. But we are live from the Toyota Center or above the Toyota Center, Houston, Texas. Gonna be a fun one. Get in that chat. Don't forget super chat, super stickers. Willie, what's up? Jose, we got you. What's up there? Thanks, dude. What's going on, Paul?
I got Seth, and now Seth has very much cleaned his fit game up a bit and everything like that. He's not out there looking like, a construction site. He's got the whole, pastel suit and all that.
Right. Frank, how you doing? How you doing? When are we going to find out what Moxie stands for? We still have no answers. Yeah, what is he doing? Why is this happening? Why are they hiding the belt? Well, tell us more. Tell me more. Tell me more.
The first rule about Death Riders is you don't talk about Death Riders.
Did she do a job? Da-da. It's on. Let's go. Ryback can go to Impact Wrestling. They don't exist. So that is perfect for him. Yeah. Exactly. Like his stardom. It does not exist. It's not a thing.
Thanks.
As we got Joe and Wade doing the stand-up opening. I like it.
Yeah. I guess half the time because we're talking, I can't remember if they do this regularly, if this is just one of those of like, this is a special night.
Mm-hmm. Spaz, as always, thank you for your support. I think you officially go down as the 2024 Super Chatter of the Year.
Yes, you get the unofficial Golden KJ as Donator of the Year.
And actually, I'll reach out to you, buddy. Remember, Rampage failed because the time slot was bad, so let's keep a good eye on that. SD third hour, K to the J Fave, and Nikki Tiki Tavi.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
I don't know what
that might be an honorary Samoan bloodline member there, but as I've got the New Day out here,
New Day getting ripped by the fans. Commercial free, all right. So
did they say that? Oh, 30 minutes commercial free, I guess. Testator and them saying it. What?
Let's go. I like when Testator has good news.
Well, and isn't he the one getting squeezed out with Pat showing back up?
I told you, put him on rotation, bro.
Yeah.
It's on and off seasons for both guys.
Facts, actually.
Right? Just bring him back. Keep him rotating. Send him off to do soccer and shit.
Right?
Right?
At this point, do the New Day get more like heat and everything than Dom?
They might be getting it feels fresher, right? Like it does.
They've got that fresh fuck you energy instead of that, old close to expiration date fuck you energy.
Yeah, 100%, my guy.
That's some fresh off the vine anger.
100%.
So the New Day have done their whole entry. I think they've tried to start to talk at some point and have proceeded to say absolutely nothing and are just getting huge New Day sucks chance.
No, it's crazy how quick they made them relevant. It's amazing. You and I advocated for over a year about just enough. Like they have these nothing matches. There's these happy-go-lucky gatekeepers that don't really do much. We're just, can they break up already? And then instead of breaking up, they're now the hottest heels in the fucking in all of wrestling. Maybe.
Well, we predicted a breakup and everything, just not the way that they did it. It's like I don't even think it would have been this good if it was just Xavier turns on Kofi. They turned on Big E.
Yeah,
you touched the forbidden egg. You touched the sacred child. You don't do that.
Yeah, no, this is better because even that, so one of them turns on the other. How long do they keep our attention before we're like, we're over it, right? Like this is different though. You shit on Big E, but that's like you said.
You sat there and told a man to his face, you broke your neck. So what?
The best might be the best comeback of the year, and it was
that needs to be like Kofi 316. You broke your neck. So what?
So what? Just straight up so.
Has Jey Uso coming out.
Jey Uso surprising. But I mean, a lot of the baby faces, we've seen them have issue with what they did. Like I love that aspect of this, where you see the guys in the back being like, how could you, bro?
Right. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Makes
Cody
it
even
so
sat there and had to turn, away from him. Is Jey Uso another guy, though, that's a huge, like, breakout? Like, probably had 2024 was a career-defining year for Jey Uso.
I think he was nominated for a breakout last year. So I don't know if he broke further out this year. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
he's been in a steady
Give
rise.
birth.
Yeah, like he became main event Jay, and we were all like, this is kind of his breakout. And then Yee, who knew having a couple wobbly pops with Cody would lead to the biggest catch of your life, right?
I mean, sometimes you just fall into greatness.
And that's Yee caught fire, and here we are.
Right.
And he's over his shit, dude. And we saw it at the pay-per-view when he comes out last. Like,
Oh,
what?
absolutely. Last after Roman, but 4-4 saying good heat, nowhere near Dom, though. I don't know.
I don't know is the fair answer to that. Like, we will see Dom tonight. Dom still gets a ton of heat. And like I said to you, I think it's just this one feels fresh. So it feels
They're
a little
louder because they're not used to yelling at them.
A new thing to scream out, right?
Right. Fresh vocal cords for this. Pause.
Right. Ooh, so
New day, new music. Did they have new music?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I feel like yes is the answer.
It's one of those, like, you could surprise me right now, honestly, like the next stream we do and play a new song for our intro and everything. I would probably not notice until like 2 weeks down the road because I'm so used to hearing it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So like your brain like instantly supplements like, no, this is what's supposed to be here.
Absolutely. I would call this a successful heel turn. Absolutely. And done in the easiest of fashion. Smooth. And I think ultimately, I mean, again, even having someone like Jay be the guy that's out here now, well, everybody loves Jay. So if you're going to shit on Jay, you're going to get it even harder. You're just burning that.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You sat there and you thought it was a thing when you got mad at, Sammy and everything like that. You're going to try and shit on Jey Uso? Ooh, they're about to eat you alive. Now, granted, it's been almost 10 minutes into the show. And we haven't heard anyone say a single word, but I digress. Bradley gifted 1 membership. Shout out my guy. This man has 100%. He's out there fighting space for, biggest supporter and biggest gifter and everything like that when it comes to the chat and everything. A big shout out and big appreciate to both of y'all. This man's coming for my crown as being St. Nicholas out here. But yeah, appreciate you, Bradley. I don't know who, it doesn't let me know on this end of who got the membership. So who got Bradley's, I guess, golden ticket, man? And the second Xavier even tries to start to talk, boo, boo,
boo, boo this man.
Right? Charles, what up? Braden, I hope Jay beats them up since he is out here. Perhaps.
We can hope. And again, I mean, like you pointed out, 10 minutes into the show, just on boos, like entrance, boos, entrance, cheers. That's it. And we're entertained. We're not bored for 10 minutes. We're like,
we're instantly back into a New Day sucks. We've had all of maybe 3 words respectively said into a microphone.
Mm-hmm. This is why I think Ricochet should dig into being a heel now. And I think that's
I think he has. Yeah,
but he's really got to dig into it because then he doesn't have to say much. Be a man of few words. And it hides that flaw that you may have.
Well, he's a man of few words. It's unfortunate though that he tries to say a lot of words into a microphone.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, no, I agree with you. He kills him. Like, dude, what are you doing? You have no charisma. So the idea that he could be a heel and stand in the ring and get booed a lot.
As Jey Uso just got a huge reaction for just going, the New Day sucks.
That's it. It's simple. Simple.
Again, I want a word counter for this whole promo segment because I don't know if it's cracked double digits yet.
Right? What a job to work and stand in ring to wait for booze. Again, it's golden. I think you're being genuine, not
Facetious.
sarcastic.
And so now the New Day just walks off.
This is interesting, though. I like it.
Are we setting up like the Usos versus the New Day, or I think it's just one of those of, hey, we got the New Day out here, let's get some heat on them. And like you said, you
Mhm.
can't get anything over on Jey Uso. Like you're gonna instantly be even more of an asshole versus him.
Yeah. Well, even if you set up Hope or Woods against Jay for a one-on-one just to kind of get in there and be a pain in the ass. I mean,
Right.
there's something there, and I think no matter who you put in, you're going to get a good match. That's the bonus of this. The payoff.
Absolutely. Jey
Oh,
Uso calling out. He's calling out
oh,
Drew. Now we got Solo. Hey, look up here. You see me make comment.
the beginning of the end.
Solo Suge Knight has still, he's one of
Most
those of
improved.
2024 like
Most
breakout
improved.
guys of he's had a career year in 2024.
Absolutely. To me, maybe arguably the most improved guy. If you go back to January 2024 and see where Solo was at in the ranks of things to what he was able to do. I mean, keep in mind, he's taking the baton from arguably one of the GOATs, right?
Right.
Like Roman leaves a big shadow for you to walk into. And you had that moment with Paul, you had the build of this, but in the process, Solo finds his swag, his attitude, his overall demeanor just clicks.
Oh yeah. Well,
Oh, we got company.
Drew McIntyre.
This is interesting.
Well, and I actually heard it was Cornette and Last, surprisingly, who were even talking about this. Of when it comes to how they make storylines right now in WWE, it's all a Venn diagram, it feels like, of this somehow managed to bleed into this still, and that still managed to bleed over there.
Mhm.
Like Drew, like Jay's fighting Solo and Drew at the same time.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel messy though. It's we have this family feud with this guy, but I also have this crazy Scotsman running around pissed off at my family. And like everything that's happened in the opening 13 minutes of this show has got a reaction. Jay, the New Day, Solo, Drew, everything's getting a reaction.
Right? Bear shout out. Been a minute, my guy. But
Bear!
yes, 100% of, and it shows that everything that happened,
Oh,
super kick.
double leg.
Now we just throwing hands, but it shows that everything that happened towards the beginning of this year has ramifications on the back end of this year. Like there has been long term across the board with this company.
Right? Drew McIntyre lands a Glasgow kiss. We had to take a second to figure out which noodle, maybe the only guy that can headbutt a Samoan.
Right? Oh.
But we got company.
All the refs calling Drew off.
Jacob, Tama, Dom, and New Day versus Jay +4 in 10-man. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
Drew's again, I think Drew had like a re-breakout year this year. Another guy we were kind of like sleepy with, like, oh, it's Drew. Cutting those long baby face promos. I gave up my all. Like, all right, we get it. Freedom.
I think it is now undeniable at this point, though, that Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, and they have to get it hand in hand. They're tied together. That's feud of the year, and that's more of just an achievement for what both of those guys did in 2024.
Drew breaking the Claymore. That was awesome. He ran through them like a Buffalo defense
What? Pause. And then still just grabs him by the fucking head and just yells at him.
Right?
And like, that's all I need to do. I don't need to still keep whooping your ass. I just hit my mark and now I'm out.
No, 100%. 100%. Drew is a tank cow. No, he is a tank. Monday Night Football time. Let's go. Let's go. 4 quarters to freedom.
Basketball.
Adam Pierce approaches so damn late. More boos. The crowd has been booing for 20 minutes.
Well, no, and it shows you that literally there's a reaction and a response to it. Like, versus we've seen this at times with other shows and other promotions to where it's like, why aren't you cheering? Why aren't you doing the thing? Why aren't you reacting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my biggest pet peeve. If the people that pay money to go to shows and they're quiet. Now, 9 times out of 10, I put that on the product. The product's got to make, like, it's not my job to show up and cheer. Like, I'm not obligated to cheer with the purchase of a ticket. You got to entertain me and give me a reason to cheer. But, I mean, if I paid the money and cool shit's happening, why aren't you not making noise? Like, there's parts of, especially, like, parts of the U.S. that just never react to shit.
That's why we got all the fucking foreign shows and the international pay-per-views this year.
Right? Here comes American Made. Chad Gable going to take on Otis, and I will put that in the chat.
There you go. Well, I think I got that put up here in a second, but I like this from Bear because still won't let my cup go. Cold, bit rainy, kind of miserable for Maine. See money. Oh, wait, I'm not in Maine. How do I end up in Manchester, UK? Listen, my guy, I have a Manchester, New Hampshire, so sometimes I guess I get my geographical locations a little misconstrued. So you can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at.
I want some chatter.
I fucking hate all of the New England shit, if I'm going to just be honest. I'm a transplant New Yorker, so this is all just
fun segment, but welcome back, Bear. My main man. Great opening segment. Storylines matter.
Yeah, I heard what you did there.
Yeah, you caught that, eh? Rest in peace. Really, you taking the 49ers for the win? I'm not. You need
I guess have to. I almost had to take the Jets for the win versus in Buffalo because of this man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel though, like just going back to the wrestling and everything, we should have gotten this Otis Gable match, like, and had it feel this way and be this kind of blow off like a month or two ago?
Well, again, they kind of had a bit of their blow off and then found a reason to kind of have a filler match. I think this is just getting ring time for these guys. I don't know. It's a little odd that they circled back, but they're not, either one of them is not really doing much at the moment. As here comes Alpha Academy.
That's a problem. You had one of these, like, you had something there with the split, and then you had something there when you had the Wyatt Six take out Chad Gable and everything like that. So you've been through, like, Chad Gable and the Alpha Academy and all of that have been a long-standing story point thing throughout 2024 and really haven't amounted to shit.
Right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Otis getting in the ring. Get your votes in. Who you taking? Who you taking? Who you taking? Yeah, I mean, again, I feel like a lot of things could be, if I'm being optimistic, I suppose, like on the verge or just like in a holding pattern. Like, we're not there yet. We're not going to start the storyline and then we got to move it. And then,
but this is like a 2-month-old story.
Oh, it's longer than that, bro. And
yeah, well, exactly. You're proving my point more.
Yeah, it doesn't help my argument. It's fucking been forever. So yeah, I was definitely surprised. But Otis for the win. Otis. Hell no, Lions gonna win. Everyone arguing about the football now. Got Gable for the win. I smell the Niners upset, and if the Lions win tonight, they lose to Minnesota next week. All right. I don't care about next week. I don't care who wins next week. Gable for the win. Otis for the win. Otis.
I like J Boy's comment. Buffalo wins. No matter what, Buffalo wins.
They're cooking, bro. We gotta get in there.
The herd marches on.
Fucking Yeah, suck it.
Oh, that I had a coworker who's a Patriots fan message me because she knows I'm a Bills fan and everything, hoping that the Bills just smashed the shit out of Rodgers and everything, and got excited every time we sacked him, every time we got a safety, everything.
Otis,
And they're supposed to hate us.
Otis, and it has been commercial free.
Yeah, I've
21 minutes in.
thing that I haven't noticed that. Yeah.
21 minutes in, 0 commercials.
Well, who you got? Who you got? Gable?
Gable.
Yeah.
I never bet on Alpha Academy. How can you?
I mean, to think about Otis at one point, of the heights that Otis reached at one point, man was a Money in the Bank briefcase holder by the purest of luck. And now is the Chris Farley of WWE. That's really, honestly, that's the highlight. That's the autobiography for Otis's book right now of his fat guy in a little ring.
A little ring. No, you're not wrong. I mean, again, I don't mind him being the playful baby face. That's a little Farley-esque. I don't mind that. But again, I think the mid-card, like his little mid-card run is all right. Like you need to pick it up. You got to give him some consistency.
Could you see Otis as a title holder? Who holds the title first, Gable or Otis?
Gable at this point, yeah. I think they're going to do a lot with Gable. I mean, I think they like Gable. I think Triple H is a big fan of Gable. They signed him to that contract extension. He was grateful. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. I think they're going to utilize him. He goes in that ring, bro.
Oh, he's mini Angle. You shave his head, he's Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Just you threw him in a dryer.
Yeah, right. I'm look, the chat lighten up. Who's leggier, Stacy Keebler or Maxine? Stacy.
Whoa. And that begs the question of who was it that had that theme song? I got leg. Well, and then you got Maxine that's out there. She's a little alien space buddy.
Right. Hey boys, hope you have a good stream. Got to sleep as work in 4 hours. LOL, but have you running in the background, have fun. Geekbox, and you actually see Geekbox in a few moments in a funny way. So I might just cause you to stay up. But with all that being said, speaking of amazing supporters, a man that we met in 2024, and we had a pleasure of having him on. He features us all the time. We will see him again in 2025. And like I said, right around the first commercial of Raw, you might see his face.
Okay, fair enough. I guess I'm even going to be surprised too. Right? I should have known you would have a trigger up your freaking sleeve, even though this man doesn't wear sleeves. He's got the tattoo sleeves. Right. Yes, no, 100% Geekbox. Shout out the brother from another mother, the brother across the pond, and everything like that. But yeah, absolutely, 100%, my guy.
And he pays in pounds.
Well, and I like that. I guess we're what sends you off to sleep. So like we're like Matthew McConaughey on the Calm app and everything like that. Well, all right. I'm gonna tell you a story tonight.
Misses the die from the top. Yeah, hush, little Beardo, don't you?
Did you cry?
KJ Nick sing you a lullaby.
Coming soon to the Wrestling for Life merch store. ASMR and go to lullaby CDs from the Wrestling for Life Network. Hear the Wrestling for Life sing all the greatest hits.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did. Otis with the back thrust, I guess that's what you call that.
Spinning back elbow. At least I know the man's rotund, but at least he can throw an elbow.
Was that his elbow?
Yes, that was not a hammock. That was an elbow.
Yep. Oh, I don't know what that move was, but what?
Bowling ball.
Cannonball. What?
Otis, he has that potential of like
the crowd likes him.
Would start off as like mid card type of guy, and then would just if you made him halfway a little bit, some momentum, what have you, Caterpillar. 1, 2, he's about to
the rope.
Cable's put on the rope.
Thanks to a little bit of help. That's wicked.
Yeah.
That's what I call music 2024.
Am I dating myself with? I remember when you would get the now that's called music for whatever year and everything like that. I feel like that doesn't exist at all, like past like 2000.
No, now it's just your rap, your Spotify rap.
Yeah, it's your Spotify rap. It's whatever the algorithm decides you should listen to.
Oh, Max on Ivy, throwing bombs.
Poison Ivy.
And again, we can say whatever we want about either one of these groups. The crowd's into it.
I think though too that you haven't had a pause or you haven't had a commercial break. You haven't had a moment to where people sit there for fucking 5 minutes and just stare at a screen. Has kept the energy going.
That's a valid point, man.
So you're sliding some bullshit amongst some really good shit. It's like when you give your dog a vitamin that they don't want to eat, you just wrap it in some cheese type shit.
Funny because it's true.
Spaz, thank you for yeah. I got a cat, so yeah, same thing. Just they got claws. Spaz, thank you for the $5 super chat. What happens when you mix animal DNA and human DNA? You get banned from the zoo. What is Jurassic Park number 7? I don't know. What?
No, don't do that, folks. Don't.
What in the chemistry lab is that?
Yeah, no, don't. This is not the island of Dr. Monroe.
Right. Welcome to Wrestling Mark Park.
Touchdown Niners. You put 0.4 up on the board. Chipping away.
0.4. 0.4. Not a whole point. 0.4. And you're sweating, my guy. I told you 2 days before this. Congratulations.
The Lions are shitting the bed. Otis with the ankle lock. Otis using the ankle lock.
Whoa.
It's screaming tap.
Okay, we're roll through and start now with the up kicks.
Bring back a revamped version of DX. I think they kind of tried that with DIY and it didn't go so well.
That wasn't a revamp. That was in Timu. Oh,
yeah.
German on the big man.
You got Chad on the top rope?
Going up right now.
Okay. Jumping. Misses.
I got jumping. Eats an elbow.
Otis back up. All right. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, I got Otis firing out. As Ivy's grabbing one of the stalks of Otis.
That was a VK attempt on
Wait, there even. That was never going to work.
No. Oh. Ivy slides out.
Oh, he's going to grapevine the ankle lock.
There it is. Matter of time. How'd the chat vote? 50-50, by the way.
You already got I got Otis crawling on the rope.
It's a hell of a fucking match. Excuse my French, but man, this one's cooking. It's a good match, Nick.
Yeah, well, absolutely. We knew this was going to be a good match. I wish we could have gotten this
over
as Otis taps down and everything, and then as Gable slides out. I feel like we wish, though, could have gotten this like a month or so earlier. Like, even if this was an undercard of, if they wanted to do a pre-show match on a pay-per-view, I think that's a hell of a match to have. It was always going to be a good match. I wish it got more of the sunlight on it.
Right? You're not wrong, especially when they perform like that. Bold take, Liv made the Women's World Championship more visible from a mainstream perspective than Rhea due to all the red carpets and media interviews that she did. But Rhea also did those. You're acting like Rhea was just at home. So, I mean, I don't think it's is it a big difference between the two?
I was, as you were reading that comment, I was just like, nope.
No, okay. That's what I thought.
No. Well, I just like this from Lady B. If I need to start this, as we go to the first commercial now, and it's just Rhea. It's a commercial for themselves, but Lady B saying, wrestling for life lullabies. You can never. That's not even what I'm mad at.
That's amazing, Lady B. But we are into a commercial break, folks. The show rolls on. First 30 minutes when we get our first commercial break. It's a good start to the show so far. I will say this, folks. We are not here tomorrow. We are back on Wednesday, January 1st, the start of 2025, kicking it off with Fight for the Fallen, kicking it off with Dynamite. It's going to be a good one. Back at it on the Thursday as well for our bold predictions of 2025. Quickly want to say to everybody that can hear my voice right now, over 100 people, this was a record year for us. So I'm grateful. I appreciate it. I'm going to say this again later. Don't worry. And it gets funnier as the night goes on. But thank you for all your support, all your love, the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships, just your time. We appreciate it all. I wouldn't do this with anyone else on the planet than the guy sitting next to me. But real quick, in honor of 2024, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick. Oh my God.
We got blood.
And not only blood, but a lot of blood, like Kevin Owens. And, bro, Tama Tonga coming out here, literally like an R&B music video or an episode of Power with this unbuttoned fucking shirt and the pecs and the pot. Them shits is percolating, my guy.
It's 7 o'clock on the dot.
Up top.
Here comes Jack Perry. Dax all alone.
Yeah, and
there he is.
Going down the ladder. Ah, here comes the devil mask. Here comes Joe. A little tease of, but this is my moment. Yeah, it is your moment. But why are you here?
I want
you had your moment, Jack Perry. So why are you here? Why are you coming at me with this shit? Bro, he's doing the full Monty out here. Just he's got a little bit more.
Oh, down goes Drew! Down goes Drew. Punk's had it out.
Oh, is there gonna be a cash
He's
in?
Gonna take off the. He's taking off the brace.
It's gonna be a cash in.
Back down the hatches.
I'm feeling it.
Shut up, Anthony. No way. Cash in.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go!
Damian Priest coming out right now, trying to cash in.
Take that, Drew!
Drew with the
Do it! Do it!
Hey, CM Punk's gonna be sitting there on the table just looking at him as he gets pinned.
Right now, Nick. Punk standing over him.
Come on,
Priest
Damian!
Cashed in, choke slam.
Seven!
Oh, duh!
Yes! I told you! I told you! I told you!
Oh my God!
Let's go!
You can have that.
Oh! Wow!
And your new world heavyweight champion, Damian Priest.
The minute Punk stood up, Anthony called it.
It's like Nia Jax stole their lunch money or something, and they can't let it go because it's ridiculous.
I'll probably go over it, so don't worry. Don't
You're on the clock.
Afraid to cut me off. Is this counting into my 2 minutes?
Yes.
On the crowd.
There he is. I called it. Let's go.
Yeah, but
I'm so sorry that I'm quiet because I don't have any words.
I'll keep talking for the
that, Paul.
You are not my tribal chief. Let's fucking go. And he's crying and he's weeping, and this is so good. And Solo takes out Heyman. Oh my God.
Oh, Samoan Spike to the wise man.
Oh! Don't give a shit what Meltzer or anyone else out there says. Tony Khan takes a bump. That's fucking hell.
Let's go in the oh, get ready, Gangrel.
She'd be like,
why do I have a dark screen?
Lights out, lights out. It's not that you got PTSD now.
I was like, oh, no way, is that Ethan Page?
Oh, it is
Ethan Page.
I mean, my teeth burn a little bit, but
A sentence I thought I would.
Yeah. And I've only seen like a Mountie like outside of a fair, like maybe twice. I did get pulled over by a horse once though.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? Then we're out.
Out. Mic drop. Bounce. Perfect. Dude. Ta-da! Happy 2024 to everybody. Happy
There were so many
2025.
times there that yes. Everyone, applause, everything. I know Mega was all confused, didn't realize it was recap. Yes, everything, 100%. I was just howling like a fucking baboon out backstage. Everything. Yes, I love that you included the horse story.
Oh, dude,
As much as you could, yes.
But I mean, I could have literally had like a 25, 30-minute video of just stupid shit. Me and you arguing. I got to do like an omnibus of like arguments, like Wendy Chu,
folks. 100%. No, the objectives now is 100%. You clip us and send it to us and everything like that.
Right? Yeah, build me an omnibus. I'll be your best friend.
Well, we'll just do a clip of the week, what have you? A top 10 wrestling for life of the week.
Right.
That was fantastic, my guy. Just again,
thank you.
Round of applause again. 100% of absolutely.
It's just, yeah, for everyone who's just tuning in, we're still watching Raw. Neo's talking with Dakota right now. They're both rooting each other on, which probably means one of them's secretly mad at
Pete
the other.
Dunne beat up our truth. We missed that.
Beat up our truth. Tons of heat for Pete Dunne. But it was real fun to go back through the whole kind of gambit of it all. I wanted a Wendy Chu clip in there. I didn't get it in there, but
well, I'm surprised honestly that she didn't mention, and this will be, I guess, just humble flex, not so humble, but that we were in the WrestleMania 40 documentary and everything they did too as well. Of it was us, Santee, I believe Wheezy, Minnie, Conman, and Cash that were there, and we were the only one that's just YouTube right now. And the one that they didn't want to say hi to, so we'll say hi to them. This hi neighbor. But 100%, yeah, that's like 2024 has been absolutely insane, and I love that the chat's grown, the channel's grown, like the connections with everybody in the chats and everything's grown 100%. We're wrapping up fantasy football and everything and seeing everybody saying, I love this, can't wait to be back here next year and everything like that. 100%. Just all around good vibes going into 2025, my guy.
100%. We love doing these streams. We go live more than anyone else. We were live like over 300 days this year. We're looking forward to next year. We're being a little more strategic with certain things, but we're still going to try and maximize the amazing content that we can put out there for you guys. And keep coming back. Be a friend, tell a friend. We say it all the time. As we are getting a replay of Kyrie Sane being taken out. But no, we love doing this. It's crazy to think how much time has flown by. And, we're going to wake up in a couple days and be in like WrestleMania season. Like we're on the road to Rumble. It's that time of year again, folks.
Yeah, cool. We're working off the holiday hangover and the cookie coma and everything, and then we're going right into Rumble season, and then that leads right into WrestleMania. I've already seen people. Well, we've already seen the terrible fucking going around and everything like that of already the WrestleMania card and the WrestleMania results lead. But even then, I've seen it already going around of teasing when Joe Hendry pops up for the Royal Rumble.
Right. It's a thing. It could be a thing, but no, we're looking forward to 2025, folks, and reacting and being our goofball selves and just kind of being the wrestling friends you can't get in your real life. We love the family we built here in 2024. And again, I'm probably going to repeat some of this later on tonight, but yeah, no. And want a big shout out to Anthony, who's part of this three-headed monster. I know he's not on screen right now, but he's always in that chat. He does an amazing job when he is on here. And again, I say nobody covers TNA better than Anthony. So he's been a huge part of our 2024. And yeah, I mean, he will be back with us on you might see him Wednesday, you're definitely gonna see him Thursday. So no, we have nothing but love
that runs the show. He's out there, cracking that whip and everything.
Truly one of the nicest people I've ever met my entire life. He's an absolute gem, and we're lucky to have him. So we really do appreciate it, Anthony, and I'm sure we got more. His reactions to stuff kills me, especially when I'm in the middle of YouTube. It's like, and I mean this gently, it's polar opposites. Like it like literally, like you're like losing your mind, and he's just in awe. He's just in shock and awe. Like
pH balance. You're the neutral part of the middle.
Right, but right now, Dakota, I'll put a poll up for you, fans. I know we got a little sidetracked with the
little sentimental. I mean, God damn it, fuck it. We've accomplished some badass shit, and I'm not going to be humble too much about it.
Oh,
no, it's yes, 100% very appreciative, but I had to segue a bit. But yes, no, God damn it, we did some cool shit in 2024, and I'm glad that y'all are on the ride. And God damn it, now you need to tell more people to get on the ride. But yeah, we've got Zoe and Dakota Kai going up. I'm taking Dakota.
I'm also taking Dakota, but Zoe with an amazing drop kick. It was gorgeous.
She's talented, right? Remember, to me, even with like now that Nikita Lyons is just, I guess, regaining popularity again and reminding everybody that she exists just because she's thick. But remember, Zoe Starks was the one that was pushing her and was the one that was actually almost overshadowing her when she was trying to be on her NXT come up.
A little bit for sure. And I mean, Zoe kind of got on the fast track. And I mean, she did the good stuff with Trish. I thought she was good with Trish. I still think at times that she's at that point of her career, having a Sonya or somebody to kind of help her along, especially in the promo side of things, I think is a benefit. But to me, she always had like one or two little slip ups in almost every match. Like it was consistently.
Well,
but
she had the Tegan Knox syndrome of the knee injuries and everything. She was banged up and everything. She's one of those you would get going behind her and then she get banged up.
Right. Yeah, that's true too. Just a whole highway full of horses chasing him very slowly. I was being chased by the Bronco. I wasn't in the Bronco.
That's still my greatest moment with that, and what makes it fucking hilarious to me is when I realized, like, no, it wasn't a high-speed chase on a highway of UV horse. It wasn't Red Dead Redemption.
Right? Me giving her down some side street. Like True Lies, riding the horse through the mall. Get down to the
road. Yeah. Well, when you're talking about your fucking Geo and everything of how you had to Flintstone it, so that's what I was like. All right, now it's almost an even race,
right? 44 TV sellouts, 60 event sellouts. That's a hell of a year. That's pretty good stats.
Facts.
Ricky Starks is going to have a busy 25. He has matches with Mike Santana and Kenta.
Yeah, he came out at Defy and got face-to-face with Kenta and kind of set up something there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So 55%. So both matches for the ladies tonight split the two matches we've had tonight split in opinion.
Fair enough.
This one, super chat again to our guy who shows a lot of love, a lot of support at the risk of sounding soft. So glad I stumbled on you guys. I think from following Nick on Twitter, making bad days good and good days better. You got a great community and should be proud. Spaz, that's beautiful. And thank you so much for your kind words. Once again, thank you for the support, the love. And again, we love doing this. We love watching this grow. It's been unbelievable. Blows my mind that people listen to us.
Absolutely. Like you said it earlier, and I said it to you even before we were live of there's nobody else I'd rather do this with, whether it be you, Anthony, all three of us, everything like that. Absolutely. And 100% of we say be a friend, tell a friend, and that carries across the board on multiple levels of not just spread the word about us, but reach out to a homie. You never know, that might change the life type shit and everything. Of
Right.
Still always try and advocate of like, it's okay. The world's better you're here than it's not here.
100%. And again, if we can do anything to put a smile on your face or just keep you company, I mean, it's our pleasure. And again, like Nick said, you know, the world's better with you here than not. And if we can have some laughs along the way, if you can keep laughing, you can keep living. I heard that recently.
Oh, that's actually pretty dope.
You can keep laughing, you can keep living. Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, beautiful words. Great recap. I totally forgot about it. If there isn't a favorite thumbnail of 2024 for the award show, we're riding, KJ. Oh, best thumbnail.
Okay. The battle lines have been drawn, my guy, because I would have a clear favorite, but I won't say it out loud.
I actually think mine and yours might be the same. I love that thumbnail.
Yeah, I think I might have given it away a little bit. Yeah, what we were talking about earlier.
I do have a couple. Like, I mean, it feels self-filleting a little, but there are a couple that are.
Fuck it, they're asking for
it. A couple that I was like,
it's the fan vote. That's the thing is again. For our awards and everything, to win a golden KJ, it's not what we chose, it's what y'all chose. So that's you have no one to blame if you don't like the results but yourselves.
Yeah. In a perfect world, the voting will start going up tomorrow, guys. So keep your eye out for the voting on the award show, the 4 Lifeys. And then that will be live January 9th. And we'll bring you all the results and give out our 2024 golden KJs.
Shameless plug. Coming soon, 100%. We're going to make it like the Tobleman doll. Yeah, with the Rock'em Sock'em jetpack that goes, it's KJ time.
Right? Whoa! Joe! I know we're rambling, folks, but it's a great match on TV right now. 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. Let's see how things are. Uh-oh. 2.6, Nick. You're chipping away, buddy.
Oh, I'm chipping away so drastically. You're shivering in your boots, my guy.
Well, I mean, it's better than 0.
It's nowhere near 32.
Right. They should have done these women IC and US title tourneys separate as the Mae Young Classic. Interesting if they could have just given the tournament the title, but I think Triple H has done a lot of like, no, I was gonna say he's looking forward, but he's done a lot of homage. So I can kind of see where Willie's going with it a little bit, but I'm fine with how they did it.
Oh yeah, 100% of I think you had a big moment on Saturday Night Main Event, and I still because the finals are on Raw on Netflix, if I remember correctly. Big super kick from Dakota. But are the finals there or are the finals at Rumble?
I thought the final was on Jan 6th.
That's fine. That's why I was making sure I was confirmed because, like, to me, Dakota with the 1, 2, 3, but you're setting up a big moment. You had a big moment for Saturday Night Main Event, and now you're setting up a big moment for the Monday Night Raw kickoff that can slide in between the huge moments you already have.
100%. And I agree with you, Misfit, and welcome back. The crowd has been amazing tonight. They've been into everything. The Otis Gable match was over as shit. They were making noise nonstop. They were very much into what was a really good match.
Absolutely. So we're gonna get Dakota Kai taking on the winner of Lyra versus Io. So it's gonna come down to, is it Dakota versus Lyra or is it Dakota versus Io, damage control versus damage control?
It's a hard one. Like you said, 50-50, man. It's a hard one to call. Like, I could legitimately see this going either way. I'm kind of a little more intrigued by Io Dakota.
I see you, but I'm almost more Lyra Dakota of you keep the mid cards feeling almost more a little bit something towards who should be a mid card champion. Like Io still to me feels like more world champion than mid card champion. I can fully see where you're at, but I feel like it might help with Io above it. But either way,
Like I said, I don't think there's a horribly wrong answer in any of this.
right.
So I like the position they're in. We thought Zoe was a bit of a dark horse. She had a really good showing. Came up short, but at the end of the day, any one of the other three to me are very great choices.
Harder to pick as we're getting a video package of everything for Monday Night Raw. I'll leave my comment for later. But yeah,
right?
We're getting a video package.
This is nice.
We went from our video montage to their video montage.
Right. I mean, their production value is a little higher.
Well, if you help spread the word of Wrestling for Life, you'll help get the production value close to that.
Mick Foley, The Rock. So they're doing, for those who can't see, they're giving us a 30-year montage medley of Raw, saying goodbye. The Big Show breaking the ring with Brock. The new
I've got DX invaded Nitro and everything like that. Like that happened on Raw. We had,
crazy.
The greatest Chris Jericho theme of all time. Quit. But that's the thing is this is 30-something years of this being a staple of network television. This is like Friends or something going off the air for a time or something.
Well, I'm gonna take the last part of this in. They just showed Edge. Let's go.
There you go. I was gonna say, speaking of going off the air, KJ's going off the air for a brief moment, taking a pause for the cause. But yeah, we're getting HBK and Brett hugging it out. We're getting the Yes movement. They're going through the whole history of Monday Night Raw, and I really love it. And it is still that touch of nostalgia because there was so much of what you watch and what people remember from the Attitude Era growing up in that generation. Everything was watching Monday Night Raw, or watching it, taping it, what have you, of 100%. As I've got Seth Rollins and Adam Pearce talking backstage, and again, Seth looking a little more dapper, but I got Lyra working out. Is it surprising that Dakota didn't get an NXT Women's Championship run? No, I think it was injury times that kind of, got in the way of that. The last time is now. Hey, so we're getting starts next Monday, pause, of 100% as we'll be here of they're very much building up this Monday Night Raw on January 6th. Who's coming out right now? But there I was going to say they're very much building up. We've got the Judgment Day coming out, but they're very much building it up like it's WrestleMania, Royal Rumble adjacent, what have you. It's like very much pay-per-view level here. If you even get the whole little tease of John Cena is going to kick off his retirement tour and kick off his last year of being a full-time performer on Monday, January. So 100% make sure you're here with us. We even got you covered on Sunday. We're going to be giving you all our previews and predictions for it. So be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Why? As I've got the Judgment Day coming out right now. 6-man tag team match between Damian Priest and the War Raiders versus the Judgment Day. Do I have? There we go. Absolutely. So, folks, let me know who you're taking for this match of whether you're taking Team Babyface or Team Heel. Is CM Punk going to come out with a shower gear? New theme, Rick Ross-ass theme. Fair enough. Okay, so I know I said earlier I didn't catch a new theme for the New Day and everything like that, but that very much had to have been a new theme, unless I'm losing my marbles, because I don't recall. That's why I was so thrown off of. It didn't sound anywhere near like the new day or Judgment Day coming out. But we are in commercial break right now. So Damien War Raiders, Damien Priest for the win. There you go. There you go. Team Babyface for the win. What song is this? Okay, so again, I'm not losing my marbles. I'm not confused that they actually came out to a new song because yeah. Priest and War Raiders for the win. Man, they always got to ruin something good, don't they? Paul, reference to like what exactly was the thing that they wrecked, I guess. Explain your home. Show your work. Show your work. Damon Priest and War Raiders for the win. They deleted Alter Bridge. Now I'm going to sound like a terrible wrestling nerd, or I'm just going to have terrible short-term memory and everything. Was Alter Bridge Judgment Day's theme song beforehand? Because are they like going that petty of like, well, Copeland showed back up at World's End, so to hell with Alter Bridge because they did his theme song? I don't know. I might be like I said, I probably sound like a terrible nerd here, but yes. That intro music sounds like it was made with Fruity Loops. Oh my if you ever thought you would ever try and be a producer doing anything, you use Fruity Loops. Judgment Day's new theme song is kind of tough. Like I said, I was more thrown off by it enough that I didn't take it in. But yeah, I guess if it's Rick Ross, maybe I have to check it out. I want to see Shayna challenge for a women's title in 2025. Well, there you go. Well, that's why you need to be here 100% when we're doing our bold predictions for 2025 and all of that. When, who do we think is going to end up signing over here, signing over there? Well, what changes in wrestling might happen? That montage sucked. No Quang or Double J. Oh, Corey, thank you. I'm sure. Are you like the stand-in account for Keyshawn talking about Double J? Big Nick, do we know if the previous Raw apps are going to be added to Netflix or onto WWE Vault on YouTube? They're very much up in the air, to be honest, when it comes to what they're doing with content transferring over and what's going to be on YouTube, if there's still going to be anything on Peacock, depending on where you live, of what's going on still with the network. Like, it's very interesting, and I wonder if they just start the library from when they start on January 6th of where now do you leave the other bulk of it with in YouTube or something like that until you can bring it in. But yeah, that's going to be something that's really going to be interesting to see how they figure out. Yes, they were. What? Biggie is coming back at the Rumble, right? Propunzel, I don't believe so. He's already kind of set out there that he's still not actually cleared and everything. So it'll be interesting to see if, when, how he comes back. Then again, it could all be a whole lot of smokescreen. Paul, I've been bitching about it all goddamn 5 minutes about this new goddamn theme song. Fair enough, Paul. Well, you do you. I guess I haven't heard enough of it to be that upset about it. But if you gotta go on a rant about it for 5 minutes, let me know why you think it's so bad. But yeah, maybe KJ might have heard it while he was on his pause. If anybody else has a big thought on, I guess, the new Judgment Day's theme song, like I said, the most I know, because I still try and not keep anything too loud to avoid, copyright strikes or anything like that. But that, I guess it was Rick Ross involved in Purple Lamborghini, like Suicide Squad. What? Damian Bird Lady wins the tournament, and Becky challenged her when she returns January 6th. Hey. Interesante. As the War Raiders come out, and I like that they're finally actually getting some serious bit of presentation and everything. That now that Triple H is a bit at the helm of, we're not the Viking experience. We're not the Viking Raiders. We're the War Raiders. And they're basically goddamn, them and Damian Priest is basically just goddamn Sam Crow in the last couple seasons, I feel. And speaking of it, I've got Priest coming out right now, and he's still, again, another guy that, like, there's like 5 to 10 guys and gals you could say that had huge breakout years in 2024, and like, how do you split them? How do you differentiate them apart here? Paul commented that's because Kid Rock is relevant. Fair. Okay. What did Paul say? I don't know if I want to find it. Kyle, Nick, what are your thoughts on Jordan Grace signs with WWE? Do you think she'll start in NXT? No, I think she'll start on the main roster. I think, honestly, depending on when her quote-unquote contract's done, she could end up showing in this year's Royal Rumble, and she just stays there. Like, she doesn't go back. I know she's had a little bit of that, involvement with NXT, but she's also already been in the Women's Royal Rumble and showed that she can hang there. So I think that he's one of those exceptions, much like what they're doing with Penta. And what they did with Motor City Machine Guns, where everybody was losing their minds just off of rumors and dirt sheets. But if we're clearly going to get Penta debuting on the main roster. I think Jordan Grace can debut on the main roster. Josh Alexander, I think, who's also going to probably end up coming to WWE. Spoiler alert for, I guess, bold predictions. But that maybe he could do something in NXT just to be around Ethan Page for a bit, or he pulls Ethan Page up to the main roster, and vice versa, what have you. But yeah, I think it's a little right now with NXT of work with what you got before you start adding more people. Maybe like we've already got a couple of log jams and we've got some interesting avenues, and we're gonna maybe be hitting the resetting button a little quick or a little soon, I should say. So let's work with what we got. But we've got Priest and the War Raiders taking on Judgment Day. So folks, let me know who you got for this match. Tiki announced the first ever match of OC, Hangman, Hugo Wolver. Off face value, off rip, I'll say OC of OC is probably going to be closer towards the world title, I think, in 2025 than even he was in 2024. I'll say that. Priest and Raiders fit well together. Yeah, they're a little round do this well. John, yes, would you put the former tag team in north of Easton Page and Josh Alexander on the main roster, put them in NXT? I think I get what you were saying, John. If you were saying do the north in NXT and you add Ethan Page and Josh Alexander back together. Yeah, that's if they weren't going to do it on the main roster, they're at least going to do it there. As Eric just slamming Ivar onto JD McFunko Pop. Even this man's like profile picture on the website and everything just exposes how big of a cranium he has. Or am I Miss Sheamus? He's still around. It's not like he's passed on or he's done or anything like that. Man's out there. Still use him selectively. Still, you help extend that man's run when you use him as exclusively. You don't have him just doing things in nonsense just for nonsense, because it will do a lot of harm to a guy like Sheamus. I feel right now in a time like this of on the back nine, you're not going to have a lot of tread to recover from it. So don't quit him.
Speaking of all of that, ouch.
What did I say?
On the back nine, speaking of on the back nine.
I didn't say nothing. If you took that up on you, then that's on you.
My timing sucks, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
But we are rolling, folks. JD hung up on the outside, and we go to another commercial break. Let's play the video. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no, but we will play a different type of thing if I can figure out that they changed it to media assets. Yes.
Oh, there you go. Nick taking a pause for the cause of the channel. The show is on a pause for the cause as well, folks. We are rolling, and it's been a good one so far. First half an hour, commercial free. Went fast. Good start to the show. Good energy. 6-man tag happening right now. 89% of the chat, 86% of the chat taking the Vikings and Damian Priest. So very interesting. Heavy favorites. Priest and Raiders fit well together. They work. I didn't say a damn thing about Kid Rock. What happened? Bomb to the bomb. Never mind. I would pick Gallus. I like Gallus a lot. JD McFlurry getting the almighty stuffing knocked out of him. Listen, JD, as much as we tease JD, that man sells his ass off constantly. JD takes a bump. Maybe it's the head weight. I don't know. But it definitely is a thing. Ethan Page, Devon Evans in NXT currently over their smile. Ethan needs Josh Alexander. Listen, I would love if we got a reunion of the North. I'd be thrilled. Again, it would be huge. It would be real huge. And I'm all for it. Edge used the other side first. So it's time. They changed it, but why didn't they give it to Kofi and Woods instead? No, context is king on that one. Are they going to replace the Raw with Fresh Prince? I have no idea. Maybe Dawson's Creek reruns, but that's a different channel altogether. Jeff Jarrett retires in 2025. Christopher, yeah, he's got a big announcement coming up. We'll see what that big announcement means. Again, I was always a Jeff Jarrett fan, so I'm curious what he has to say. Nick's not here right now, man. Jordan Grace signs with WWE. Do you think she still starts with NXT? I think she could have an NXT run, to be 100% honest with you. Build up her stock a little more. I could see that happening. Now, if they fast tracked her to the main roster, would it surprise me? No, but I do think they're going to be patient with all of their talent. I actually like the new theme. It works. You can't keep the old theme. As folks, we are back to the action. 6-man tag. JD, Damian Priest and the Vikings. I miss Sheamus. Sheamus is kind of in that twilight of his career, though, right? JD has stepped in Ziggler's place, bump, sell, wise. Not a bad shout. I definitely see the comparable. I think Miz has kind of fallen into that role real well, too. JD McFlurry getting the almighty stuff. And I got that one already, but yeah. Big Nick, what do you expect WWE to do in 2025? Keep rolling. I mean, 2025 looks like it's setting up so well, Michael. It really does. Again, very optimistic as a wrestling fan, very optimistic as a WWE fan. So right now, Eric is being held in the ring. Finn throwing the punch to Damian. Do you agree with OC with go over Hangman on Dynamite? OC and Hangman was an interesting pivot. I know it's coming out of the four-way at World's End. I don't know if I love the idea. I think you got to keep pushing and working Hangman. Hangman's been the guy. I think it's a more compelling story if Hangman emphatically takes out OC. If you really want to maximize the potential of that matchup. But Ivar clearing house. Cousin Ivar, as somebody asked me today. JD sells way better than Moxley. Everybody sells better than Moxley. Everybody. The shitty drug dealer in high school sells better than Moxley. JD sells way better. Yeah, I got that one. KJ, where do you think the older Raw apps will go? I think they're eventually all going to move over to Netflix. Eventually. I mean, they still have other deals out there, but I think some stuff will get vaulted. That that goes without saying. But Dom gets chucked in the ring by Damien, and again, the crowd is on fire tonight. Face plant on JD. Flatliner. Dom down and out. You think we see Cena at Royal Rumble? They've advertised Cena for Royal Rumble. They've also advertised him for Elimination Chamber, that it will be his last major pay-per-view in Toronto. So that's one of the selling features. I get ads for it every day up in my neck of the woods. He will be at Rumble. He will be at Elimination Chamber. Some people think he's going to win the Rumble. KJ, get in there. Let's go. Cousin Ivar. Dom, chop block. If I had to guess, starting next week, we are getting all SVU, all Monday. Yeah, probably. Family Guy repeats. His final Royal Rumble, his final WrestleMania, his final visit to Toronto. Like, again, this Cena farewell tour. And I know some people out there do not love Cena, but there's a large collection of fans that grew up on John Cena that are, oh, a sloppy hurricane run out of the Razor's Edge. Wasn't the prettiest. South of heaven. And it's over. Dom gets pancaked and eats to the hell. Dom is selling his ass off. Dom does. That's why Dom works as a heel. Touchdown Niners, no. Let's check, folks, to see what's up. 143 to 114. 3.6 points. And there we go. Holding on. Fun 6-man tag. Yeah, it was a good match. Now they're working over that knee of Damien. Lucas, welcome. TJP's contract coming up. That'd be very interesting. I mean, TJP's made stops in a lot of places, so instinctually, do I think he just finds his way back to the WWE? No. I like TJP a lot. Again, another guy that might fit what they're building in AEW really well. If you look at some of the names they brought in and some of the, if you had TJP, Ricochet, Ospreay, there's Fletcher, there's a lot there. Are we gonna do Collision this Saturday, KJ, with Tony Storm and Deanna? No. 6-man tag. Nope, we're taking Saturday off. Only thing USA could show Mondays to get people interested would be Buffy, Angel, and Smallville. As I got Adam Pierce, Jey Uso. Jey Uso wants a fight. Live on Netflix. Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso, 1-on-1, folks. So a card that's already stacking up just adds another potential banger. Coming Monday. So I got CM Punk in the locker room. JD for the dub. I'm behind, clearly. Cena wins the Rumble and loses to Gunther at WrestleMania, but beats him at SummerSlam to pass Flair. I 100% agree that Cena will pass Flair. I think Cena gets one more title run. Might not be the longest of runs, but, and it might be at the very end. So later, like in the back half of the year, SummerSlam to the end of the year as champ, I could see that happening. Not a bad theory at all, pal. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting a teaser, and it's a mask. Oh my, it's official. Like a referee whistle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, they hit the nail on the head with this one, but we've been getting the teasers. For those who can't see, we just got a mask teaser, and it's a very familiar looking mask. So, Penta, January 6th, WWE. And again, the first one, you're like, all right, it's a 0. It leans towards Penta, but maybe not. Maybe there's a twist, right? Nick said it was orange, so maybe Becky. But at the end of the day, folks, they give us the pentagram last week. Penta 0. We all connected the dots for the most part. But remember, some of this is for the more casual fan. So they are intrigued and want to know who this person is. But tonight, it was the face. It was that face. It was that mask. And everybody knows who that is. So January 6th, Netflix. They make it official. Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, and then follow it up with basically saying, hi, everybody. We will be introducing Penta on Raw on January 6th on Netflix. So Penta goes from sitting on the bench, not doing a whole lot, to debuting on Netflix in what could be one of the biggest shows of the entire year. Speaking of the big show, it's the big
Yeah, what?
So what do you think, my guys?
That's like, all right, we already thought we knew, but now we know. Did you know that? Now you know. And now if you don't know, you can get accustomed to it.
Right.
Now you know enough to like, what does this mean? Like Reddit and Twitter have already spoiled that. 100%.
Again, I mean, it was almost like we had all the answers. We didn't need it, but literally they kicked this one home. And it's good. It's smart. We're all buzzing about it. Anybody that knows who he is jazzed right now. And anybody sitting at home who's like, what was that? You can go figure it out. And now you're adding, I mean, again, like I said, he went from sitting on a bench, can't find any TV time, no TV time, to now being debuting on Raw on Netflix, January 6th on a stack night.
But is it, is it one of those just huge moments? And is it interesting that he's showing up without his brother?
Well, this is a very intriguing thought by Damien, and I actually could see this being the thing. I think Ray's partner will be Penta versus the New Day.
But then do you cement a lot of people's ideas of that you're instantly just going to throw them into like LWO versus Penta and all that because we brought him in, we ain't got shit for him.
Well, they got something for him, and I think that even if they we'll bring you in, you do some time with Ray, and we'll go from there. I don't hate it. Maybe not my favorite because I already know so much about him, but yeah, I think at the end of the day, he doesn't.
Well, his whole move set you can't use in WWE.
Yeah, we're going to see a revamped Penta for sure,
right?
Bobby and Shelton versus the Acclaimed on Dynamite. I swear, if Bobby is just thrown into the tag division, I hope not.
No, needs to be something prominent.
Mm-hmm. Actually, Willie, they don't do it very often. They recently did it for Bandito, who came out and cracked his skull.
Concussed himself.
So, John Moxley.
Well, did you also see that Vikingo's hurt too as well? He got hurt on a Progress show. I thought he was actually signed to AW, but I guess I was wrong. But yeah.
Well, funny because he was hurt, came back, but went to TNA. And remember they announced that match for TNA. We were like, oh, okay. And then I think he got banged up there, but then he had a couple other dates, and then he got hurt in Progress. I mean, you haven't even touched him. Like, you haven't done nothing. He hasn't even checked in at home.
Man for 2024 has just spent more time than anybody on the shelf. Because I got Ludwig about to go to promo.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
I think Penta will turn on Ray. Yeah, very plausible. Penta joins the New Day.
He can't hit a small package driver because then he's just Kevin Owens.
Penta joins the New Day in a shocker.
Oh my. New Day says, and then just do the Penta says minigame.
Right. Dude, I want them to get Alex Abrahantes, man. That guy's I'm champion.
He's pitching for it. He's pitching for it.
You should have it. I mean, there's money to be made with the Penta set. Imagine the Penta set shirts everywhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Bandito was already in AEW, though. Yeah, no, absolutely. I would agree with that. Andrade was also a version of Pentagon Jr. Yes, once upon a time. Those were the good days, man. You had a lot of talent down south like that. Like I was such a fan of Andrade and Penta and all them, in back home. Wait. We got company. Somebody said I missed Sheamus. Asking ye shall receive, folks.
Right.
Penta is turning on Ray after that match. Raw needs more heels. I agree. Penta works better as a heel. Question. Do you actually try and capitalize on the whole gimmick, like getting the whole crowd to cheer Zato, Matto? Like, are you, instead of him being a heel, do you try and sell some masks?
Oh, 100%. He's, I think, another one in the long list of guys that they've had that have tried to supplement Ray as the top merch mover when it comes to lucha shit.
That'd be very interesting.
I mean, they tried it with Dragon Lee. They tried it with Sin Cara. They tried it with Cristo. What?
Right? Sheamus kicking the shit out of Ludwig. But yeah, I mean, I haven't given up on Dragon Lee yet. But even like Penta's whole throw his glove shtick. Could you imagine he stops in the middle of the ring in a building like this and does the whole glove off, throw, and the whole crowd just being with everything he does and then dropping?
You're gonna sell but that's the thing, is the biggest question is Sheamus with a bro kick. And it's so funny. Someone was, a couple people I think were mentioning Sheamus earlier tonight in the chat and everything. And I was like, you pick and choose when you use them. And him instantly going back into being involved with Ludwig and all of that. I dig it. But Penta, if you do it right, and it's worrisome because we know who he is, smart marks know who he is, does the casual viewer know who he is? You got to sell him on that instantly. So he could be a merch mover. He could sell gloves, he can sell masks, but you got to sell him quick.
As Ray's giving Otis a pep talk and the Lowo all here, but there's the New Day picking on Ray.
Right.
We go down by the bay. We just may.
Maybe play with some clay. Hey, what do you say?
The Ray.
Selena Del Rey. You have your crew jump us?
My prediction for TNA being in the Royal Rumble: Moose, Joe Hendry, Ollie, Mike Bailey. Oh, I think 2 out of those 4.
Yeah, well, 2 out of those 4 are also not under contract with, I believe, with TNA.
Right.
So that almost might play a part in it.
Oh, wow.
Rey Mysterio cosplay.
Hey, you were just saying.
That's the thing, is everybody is the Lowo, thing reaching its point like Liv and Rhea.
Yeah, no, sorry. Kofi said this little kid with the 12-inch shoes pointed at Zelina. Rude. Oh, Tyler.
Attractive.
As here comes Io.
Right.
Who wins, folks? Who wins?
This is really, I think, what decides who wins the belt to an extent. Even though Dakota won earlier tonight, I still think she's the dark horse out of who wins who comes out of this match. She's still the underdog.
Right. Yeah, but I still think Dakota's got a fighting chance. I wouldn't rule her out.
It would be she has the best fighting chance.
Right now,
I was almost going to say she has the best fighting chance if it's Io versus Dakota, because you get in damage control versus damage control. But then again, her versus Lyra, there's still even that NXT lineage a little bit and everything like that. There's still, it's Vet versus Rook.
Yeah, 100%, my guy. As we are on a commercial break, folks, Raw is nice tonight, and I believe CM Punk and Seth Rollins will have a brawl. Yeah, that feels about right.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Right.
Like, do you think that they add a stipulation to that match?
I think they might do the first one straight up, like Drew, like one-on-one, and then the second match at Chamber or Rumble is a stipulation match. And
You
then the
do
third
that
match,
one so close back to back. Would you do this match here and then do the next match at, say, Saturday Night Main Event?
maybe too
Like
close,
a cage match stip?
maybe too close to each other for Saturday main event, but
Fair enough.
I could see Rumble. Elimination Chamber might stretch it out, but these guys could do it. But Rumble, maybe a Rumble match in a cage or something like that. And then your blow off match, whatever they find out, ladder match for the world title at Mania.
Could you do this though? And as we're in commercial break right now, do this of you have the match here and then you don't touch it again till Mania?
Maybe depends. Yeah, I mean they've been doing a good job of weaving in and out of things, so
Right.
it's highly possible, Nick. Derek made me laugh. What if Penta is not alone and he's bringing his manager? I don't want Jose. I want Alex Abrahantes. I don't get to
Man specific on it.
Jose. Sorry, bud, but you don't need to be here. Got burned.
I don't need Aubrey. I don't need Remsburg.
Right. Bold prediction. Nick Nemeth shows up in the Rumble. That'd be an interesting possibility.
Yeah, but it's one of those, if he shows up, he doesn't show up with his TNA music because no one's going to react to it. He has to show up with, I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world.
But potentially as champ.
Fair enough. I mean,
he might have lost it by then, though. I think he's going to lose it at Genesis. So Joe Hendry as TNA champion.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Well, then would Joe Hendry enter the Rumble as TNA champion?
I like that idea. I like that possibility. I think it's going
That's
to
be a bold strategy, Cotton, and a bold statement I feel of saying you'd rather Joe Hendry show up in the Rumble as world champion than, I guess, in any aspect, Nick Nemeth show up.
Yeah. I'm in. Sorry, Dolph.
You're not wrong, but yeah, bold strategy, Cotton.
I think it's going to be a triple threat. Lyra, Io, and does the Undertaker and Batista tie, and we get Dakota versus Io versus Lyra. I hope not. We've had a lot of triple threats. Triple H loves his triple threat.
Yeah, why do we need a draw?
No, just get a win.
Right. Yeah, and again, it still to me a little bit feels of if Lyra wins this, she's your next IC title holder or your first IC title holder. If Io wins this, she's your first IC title holder. Again, not to fully discredit Dakota, but to me, she's like third on the pecking order here.
I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not saying you're wrong, but to me, it's like 1A, 1B, 1C. Like they're right neck and neck.
That's fine. I could be completely wrong and I could be completely right either way. Like that's the thing. It's really, you could flip it and make it make sense the entire opposite way.
Yeah, absolutely. New Day versus Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. Or wait a minute, at the last minute before the tag team match starts, Dragon Lee is attacked before the match and gets replaced by dun dun dun. Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah, the DIY took him out.
They even foreshadowed it, right? When they challenged, all right, so Ray, is it going to be you and your cosplayers behind you? Is it going to be this kid in the little shoes? Like, so already setting it up, like, is it going to be one of these guys? No, I got trick up my sleeve, bro.
How do you feel that they're doing signs in the night?
I think it's great. I think they should continue to do it. The signs aren't nearly as fun as they were in the 90s, but times change.
Yeah, you can't exactly, have a sign up there saying, Goldberg eats corn the long way and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
As we got a bird lady.
From Dublin, Ireland. You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing.
DJ Nick, what if Penta got that one? Lyra wins. What does the chat have to say? 57% going bird lady. Again, all night long, neck and neck on vote. All within 50 percentile of each other.
Makes sense, though. I mean, again, like I said, I feel this is the deciding match. This determines where we go with the rest of this.
I mean, I think we're gonna get. If we get Dakota and Io, I'm gonna put my money on Dakota.
Fair enough. I mean, but I still Dakota and Zoe to me was Dakota's winning this. This is one of those that this is a coin flip. This is literally could go either way.
Fair enough, absolutely. As we got the ding ding, folks, we're off and running, and Lyra working the arm out of the gate here. Oh, I booked Crown Jewel 2018, AJ Styles versus HB. That's a long list, my guy. Brock Lesnar and Seth Moxley, Raw, Revival, and the Undertaker.
There you go.
Piper, what the hell did I just read? Oh, yeah, no, I should have clicked on that one. I heard LA Knight got in a car crash. I don't know if that's true.
He was slim jimming it all over the road. I don't know. I haven't heard nothing.
I haven't heard that.
I was gonna say, unless you're checking Twitter while we're live, we kind of aren't doing that. So yeah.
And I will say, this crowd has been insane tonight. This is probably the quietest they've been through the whole eve so far to open this match. But they're right there still. You can hear the murmuring, but they've been energized tonight.
Yeah, but still, it's interesting that to me, what to me is a stronger match of the night, that this is granted the quietest that they've been. It's not an absolute terrible thing, but
no,
this is the quietest that they've been.
Ooh. Bird Lady to the knee. I think it's just like, and look, they're picking it up with it. They're literally just kind of taking in the methodical start to the match. Reverse crab.
Yeah, the reverse walls of Jericho. As Dakota up there watching in the mausoleum.
Right? And we're getting a little swing action.
Swing, swing, swing.
Yeah, it's provocative.
No one knows what it means, but it gets the people going.
Your Fusion example of Lyra and Io. Your Fusion are supposed to be watching and takes out both women. All right, we'll see. I doubt it. LA Knight.
That's just one of my biggest questions, I guess, out of 2024. Like, is it me with Lyra or is it Lyra with me type of thing? Of like,
what?
Well, no, I'm just like, I know she's talented and everything, but there's just something that like doesn't always fully click with me with her. Of like, I'm not super like behind her or anything, even though I know that they're building her up to be one of the top women in the division, everything. So I'm like, is it her or is it me? Like, am I just sipping haterade or is this just false?
A bit of column A, a bit of column B. I think in the fact that as Lyra is, we go to commercial break, folks. I think they're rewarding her more than most for just pure in-ring skill. I think she is in-ring real talented. I think you're not wrong because she has been very subtle. Like, my Corona.
My Sharona.
Lyra is a snooze fest. Some people have that feeling. She doesn't have a lot of outgoing personality. I think that's why they put her with Paxley. I think Paxley helped get out some personality.
Yeah.
So, young in time, but I think they're a big fan of her in-ring. So they kind of give her more than we expect. We keep getting shocked by her. Like, oh my God, she won again.
Well, when 100% of like, I'm not taking it fully away from, she is talented. Like, she does very much back up what they see in her to an extent and everything. I just wonder if it's like there hasn't been enough to hook me in as to why. Like, it's got that, I don't want to fully say, but that Roman Reigns feel of it, of like, I can see you're just getting pushed right now because they like you and you're pretty okay in the ring. There's not enough for me to hook my teeth into with you.
Yeah, no, I agree with that for sure. And Boston throwing out there, I hope Grace stays in TNA. Too much traffic in WWE. I want her to be a big part of TNA in 2025. I will say this quickly, Nick, about I'd understand if you're a TNA fan wanting her to stay to keep that show strong because she is an absolute, irreplaceable type of talent. You have to bring someone in and step up their game real quick. But for her sake, I want to see her make this move. I want to see best on best. And if you want to be the best, you got to go where the best are and elevate and see if you can actually hang. So for her growth, her career, I think it's the best thing for her. She's dummy TNA. She's outgrown TNA. But I'd understand why fans would want it.
Oh, 100%. If you want to keep the star player on your star team and everything like that,
Yeah.
100%. But at the same time, like, she showed up in the Rumble and was arguably the biggest moment in the Women's Rumble. Like,
Yeah.
she showed up in NXT and was a huge moment there. Like, it's not one of those, even if she shows up in WWE and it's, do they know who she is? It's not, do they know who she is? It's how big are they going to fucking react for when she comes out and everything.
Yeah.
So she's reached the small, like the big fish in a small pond.
Yeah.
That Sasha Mercedes seems to think she had.
Yeah, no shit, right? No, and again, I think she's accomplished so much in TNA. And realistically, the knockouts division is in a bit of a retooling overall. Again, I think you have to challenge yourself. And if you're confident, as Jordan seems to be absolutely confident, you want to get to the big leagues. You want to see what you do against the best in the world. And you hope that you can manage to call yourself the best of the best at some point.
Right. Well, and TNA is very much already making moves like they know that there's going to be a transition and there's going to be a bloodletting per se. Like there's going to be a lot of talent that goes to other promotions from them. So,
right.
EO with a drop kick as we're back in the action already. So now EO is fired up in control here.
Oh, big back elbow. Finished trained 2 people on main roster in JD and Becky. Rollins trained Nathan Frazier also. Yeah, you're going to see more and more of that, especially with like, Seth being involved in the ID program and such. We're going to see more names coming up. And I mean, it's even crazy to hear names like Holyfield's kid make his
yeah, well, Mark Henry's kid was out there making a debut and everything too. He's part of the LFG,
right? Big drop kick by EO,
right? Which that man was
about to be a good match. Sorry,
no, absolutely 100%. I was just gonna say of how Mark Henry's kid was about there to throw hands for his pops of everybody coming at him because he got the Christmas card from WWE, and they're like, they didn't even personalize it and everything, like,
right?
Meanwhile, you have your boss's fucking Christmas card that's employee number 7254689 on the fridge.
The OU still work here.
Right. Hi.
EO does get out from the corner there, but Lira blocks the power bomb.
Shaka dropkick in the corner like a motherfucker.
Oh, hoo-hoo!
Oh, Rose such a clatter.
Sets up a DDT. This is why they like suplex. Like, what a match.
1, 2. Well, and this fits whether it's IC title, whether it's world title, like this, know that this feels like the top echelon of your division right now.
I heard Corbin and AJ Francis could be heading to AEW. Oh, wait, but what do they do with them? Like, I mean, Corbin, you probably. AJ's done well in TNA. AJ stay in TNA, bro.
If you're bridge it out into a German.
Oh my God.
1, 2, dos amigos. But if you're AJ, like if you go to AEW, you become Swerve Strickland's backup singer behind Prince Nana.
You're not wrong. But what a match we got here, folks. Is EO with the hooks.
The hooks.
A hook I actually want to see.
Yeah, no bat signals here.
Wow.
Crossroads. 1, 2. Dos amigos. Dos.
Both IC semifinals were solid matches, no matter what happens in this one.
100%. This, I think, is better than the first one. I'll say that. But yeah.
Was the French pay-per-view the best crowd of the year?
I
Yes.
forgot that was in 2024.
Backlash, man. I mean, again, yeah, I think that was the
Right at
great
the start,
crowd.
though, too. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. This
Never
is
WrestleMania.
right? And WrestleMania was, well, remember, they got criticized on night one because they were all froze to death. So nobody,
Yeah, true.
you couldn't hear the mittens. Oh,
Oh, 2-2 after fucking collapsing Canadian destroyer from EO onto Lyra for a 2 count. A 2 count.
Bro, this is one of the best crowds in 2024 as far as a TV audience goes. They are
because it's going to be the last TV audience.
They are cooking. They are into everything tonight. This is awesome, Chance.
EO going up top.
Tippy top.
Moonsault on the outside.
Oh! I said it the other day when we figured out the bracket. It's like, the match is going to cook. And I'm happy to live it up to it. But this is why Bird Lady gets love.
Oh, Meteora.
She might not be the most exciting personality, but man, can she go.
Yeah, but it's one of those, I feel like she's going to fuck around and like just out of nowhere, like not sneakily get a win, but like get a clean win.
Lyra moves out of the way.
Hits moonsault, but her knee is kind of half up.
I think Bird Lady's got this, bro.
I know, and I'm going to be mad because EO's been in much more of the control of this. Roll through 1, 2. Oh, what in the bridging bullshit is that? Yeah, exactly. She won it on like the sneakiest of like, what?
That's great.
Oh, I'm not saying it's terrible, but it's one of those like just now I see why I don't at times like her, because it's one of those of like you get worked over, you just managed to like bridge the fuck into a pin and can win.
Right? That's the Shawn Michaels recipe. I think like I said, she was my early pick, man. It's hard to change.
Does she turn heel once she wins it?
No, she's not going heel anytime soon.
She doesn't go Smeagol of my precious.
Plus, you have like Damage Control semi-heelish, PFC's heels. I don't know, bro.
Fair enough. Yeah, Chair said Nick is on that haterade 100%. I'm gonna take a sip of my haterade right now.
I was okay with that finish because EO again looked like an absolute boss, but Lyra stole it.
It was a good finish. It was a good finish. I'm like, fuck, can you actually like look definitive, look strong in victory?
Oh, look at this, dude. We're getting a we're getting a hype package for the Netflix. I earned it. Or just the tribal. Let's go. I'm still picking Dakota. All right, okay.
I need Ron Perlman to just start doing the cold opens for like Raw's Netflix. But 2 heavyweights, both from the same bloodline.
Dude, doesn't this feel like the hype package for a UFC or?
That's what I was saying. That's why I need Ron Perlman doing the cold open.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, got you.
Yeah.
Solo Sikoa. Dude, this match is going to be insane. But again, a lot of people...
It's crazy, though, that's like not the main event.
I was about to say that. But look, man, on a night that you got this match, you get Seth Punk, you get Jay Drew. That's going to cook. You get Penta. You get fucking the IC title match, the Women's World title match. Now we got Seth Rollins.
Right. Absolutely. That's the thing is, again, everybody, hold on to your britches, hold on to your butts, coming out of 2024, going into 2025, because goddamn, if you thought that was crazy, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get a little bit deeper.
Or better. We don't know. You might want to... More chaotic for sure, Nick. As Seth Rollins coming out to the ring, and yeah, I mean, again, if you're a wrestling fan, January 6th has to sound pretty interesting to you. You got to be really jaded to hear that lineup and go, man, it sucks. It's lame.
I was gonna make the joke and say, well, if you're an American, January 6th, trigger something in you. But yeah,
Right? I'm so they used to run Insurrection, didn't they? As a pay-per-view?
you can't. Yes, check
That was a
and
pay-per-view,
make,
wasn't
my
it?
guy.
But that
Check,
was a
I
pay-per-view.
almost thought it
I
was
wanted
a
to say
fuck
what?
up, but I was like, yes, check and mate, my guy.
Right?
Yes.
Like, but that was a name of a pay-per-view once upon a time, I think.
Yes, no, that's so great. But they've even said that
Bring it back.
100% of that tonight. Well, tonight is the end of, Monday Night Raw on network television on USA. They did the whole video package and everything, and it's still crazy moments beyond that. But 100% January 6th, Monday Night Raw on Netflix. We've got John Cena returning. We've got Tribal Warfare, which they just brought up. We've got CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. We've got Last Woman Standing between Liv and Rhea. We've probably got Dwayne showing up too as well. Like, this is WrestleMania Royal Rumble adjacent.
Yeah, like I didn't even mention Cena. I listed off all the matches. Forgot to mention that Cena's going to be present.
Right.
The New Day is going to take on Ray with a Mysterio partner. Never bet against TBD, folks.
Right.
Oh, by the way, you are now at 120.
Oh, I'm
Nick,
so close to what? You're like 140, 150?
143 to 120 right now in our championship matchup.
So I need 23 points still. Congratulations.
Bet half, dude. And you got 10 in the first half.
Again, congratulations on your championship, sir. I guess we're just destined to do this forever. This is a little, you think you're special. You do.
This show is okay so far. We should have had a face-to-face with Liv and Rhea. We've had a lot of face-to-face with Liv and Rhea. So I'm okay that we didn't have another one because generally at the point, but they're going to have a last woman standing match, a face-to-face with them. You can't trust it. So you don't do it.
But is it funny to you that it seems like it's the consensus feeling at this point across the board of just fucking end it already? Of like, we're getting to the point to where it seems like the mass of people are like, I don't care who wins at this point. I'd be really glad if Rhea wins, but just goddamn it, just end this already.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't feel that way. I know a lot of people do feel that way. I do believe this is the end should be here. But I'm not like mad that it took so long to get here. I've enjoyed the storyline, but I do feel like it's lost a little bit of that snap that it once had. I would agree with that 100%. But I'm not. I know some people out there are like, finally. I'm not really at that finally point yet. But I mean, again, this is the match. And then that's what's really cool about January 6th. And someone asked about Penta debuting in the Rumble or on this particular show. But on a night when you're trying to show everybody basically what from now till Mania at minimum is going to look like, and a lot of 2025 is going to look like, you were setting the tone in this Raw. So Penta being there works great. Having this match is a great kickoff point because this is going to be your 2025.
Oh, 100% of 2020. Yes, again, we're still getting another video package we're getting the video package for everything on it. And this, you said it before, this feels like UFC 200, 300, 100, what have you. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I need Ron Perlman doing the cold open, and I need, Mike Goldberg and Joe Rogan out there. It's time.
Yeah, 100%, right? Like you kind of need that. You want to. I mean, the vibe is so good. I mean, again,
and Netflix doing the NFL on Christmas Day gave me the best hope of like, all right, so this should be smooth sailing here because like that was the big mountain to get over.
Welcome to Monday Night Raws. And yeah, Nick, we do so many of these shows. Like something, I mean, for a pay-per-view or a show to kind of really get you excited, kind of give you those, those
For a
goosebumps.
weekly show. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's been a hot minute. Like, like, oh, it's another Raw. It should be a good one tonight. But to actually be like, I can't wait till Monday kind of vibes, that's great.
To be able to treat a season premiere, a debut, what have you, of a weekly television show like it's a PLE, a premium live event, a pay-per-view, like that's special.
Yeah, funny, har har har, ABJ.
Har hardy har har har.
I bet my Wookiee.
Me fell English, that's impossible. As Seth out here, and again, he's kind of dialed it back. He's not out here looking like Vogue, strike a pose. He's still got the suits, he's still got flamboyance, but yeah,
he's still got that old couch pattern on his jacket, but it's definitely a lot more subtle.
Yeah, he's got like your grandmother's wrapping paper. That's some wrapping paper that you get on a gift, and the person tells you to not to be careful as you open it so they can save the wrapping paper for next year.
I think my grandmother has like a chair that she sits in that has that pattern in the fabric.
Yeah, and it's covered in plastic.
Don't sit in the good chair.
Mother. It's funny. No, you're making me remind me of there was seating arrangements at my grandparents and everything, like unspoken rules, like Mussolini.
So the
on Netflix,
assuming that this is how this goes, the last entrance we hear of 2024 is CM Punk.
And I think that encapsulates him as the MVP of 2024. This man was MVP in two companies.
That's interesting, my guy.
Would you like to debate it? I think we'll get to a stream where we can debate it.
100%. But I honestly, he had a really good year. I think for me, this year, over the last couple years, is a little more messy at the MVP position. I think there was clear-cut MVPs the last couple years. This one, I think there's a couple good arguments for a couple different guys.
I think he shaped pro wrestling in 2024 because he did it across two companies. We had arguably the best moment in 2024 and the worst moment in 2024, and they're both tied to him.
They both worked out great for him.
Yeah, exactly.
But Punk
is CM Jesus,
right?
Did Stone Cold Steve Austin take his ball and go home?
Yes, he did actually. Was a Punk?
Yeah, facts.
Actually, Punk. I don't want to fact check Punk, but that happened.
Well, this is why we need to make a 23 and smart test and everything, so you can test how much of a smart you are.
You want to tell people I turned my back on them?
I abandoned them.
Houston might be the TV crowd of the year, bro. Maybe recency bias.
The U.S. crowd of the year.
But like TV audience. Like for a...
I still think that you could probably go international and everything like that. I give it to still like a Saudi on a Raw and shit. Yeah,
it might be the American audience of the year.
Again, it's one of those of, well, this is your last hope. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my last hope.
Oh.
Whoa.
How's your nag?
How's your knee doing?
So it's funny because the things they keep saying about Punk being fragile and injured and injury prone, he starts listing off all Seth's, wounds or former.
Well, that's been the biggest thing, and I've seen a lot of people bring this up, even going back to the Ring of Honor days, the NXT days, and all of this stuff. Like, there's so much of this is why this works. This is the mirror talking to the mirror.
Yeah, you're not wrong at all. Like, that's spot on. I'm making
how you want to be, little brother. And that's exactly, that hits the nail on the head right there to describe this feud. This is big brother talking to little brother.
100%. 100%. Good shit. Again, I mean, I hate to beat a dead horse with this, but storylines matter, and this is a hell of a story.
But storylines that hook you in,
Yeah.
that feel like, that's the thing, is I can watch an action movie and it's really great that they did all the cool action, but if I don't give a fuck as to why they did it,
Right.
I'm not tuning into the sequel.
Right? You're not wrong. New Jesus versus old Jesus, triple threat, and you get Stoner Jesus.
Oh,
Blood be with you.
Old Testament versus New Testament. Who wins?
Punk mentioned Stone Cold. Yes, he did. Dun, dun, dun. Let the rumors rampant now, Nick.
Exactly, 100%. Running roughshod.
Right?
Yeah, Punk does, or Seth does very much look like, Shumanahaya, Shumana Honda. I will not be defeated right now. You need to strike now. Donate 100%. We will strike the devil down.
A little bit. Either that or he wants to sell me a used car.
No, vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum cleaner.
He's too fancy for a used car.
Right?
Because I know if you try and walk up like that, trying to sell me a used car, that car is bullshit. That car is bullshit.
You will take another 10 years off. Oh.
But see, this is this is the best shit that WWE's been able to do in 2024, to tap into realism, but not let it bleed over. I would say AW tried that, but it bled way the fuck over.
You flirt with the stereotypes and the common viewpoint, but you don't hit the nail right on the head, right? Like,
you flirt around the narrative.
Right? It's one thing to kind of go after, you're not strong enough, you're not big enough to take me on. It's another thing to do a fucking infomercial for 10 cents a day to help Adam Cole. Like, it's too on the head sometimes.
In the arms of a car.
Like the Gabe Kidd thing. Like, so the people are saying that that's a work. Maybe it is a work. But whoever approved that to go out as a work, it's too on the nose. It's too accurate.
Punch you in the fucking face. Wait, he's gonna say I can hit him, and I just hit him.
Oh.
They chanted mostly during your television time. CM Punk. Hey,
mostly during your TV time.
But again, he is the master of manages to tie in reality and kayfabe. He is the master weaver. Pause. Yeah.
And he plays with that plausible deniability. Oh, you thought that was about who? Oh, sorry. That's not my fault. I didn't.
You're maybe. So vain. I bet you think this promo's about you, don't you?
Oh, shit.
And thing is, though, Seth is no slouch. Seth is a equal sparring partner here. This is John Jones, Rashad Evans type of shit. This is, yeah. No, you're good. I'm saying this. Yeah. It's at least it's a equivalent sparring partner.
Oh, this is not a spar. This is a fucking swing fest.
Oh yes, but no, I'm saying that's at least there's the worthy. They stand toe to toe.
Yeah. This isn't a mugging. This is a battle. You are a cancer to this business. Ding! Message.
Shout out. This is where we cut to the clip of Damon Wayans. Message. Why are you? It buffered for a second. It's like, don't you fuck on me. You bring your fistfuls of arrows. I'll bring my eye full of fire.
That ending by Seth Rollins as coming off the crowd, the entire building cheering CM Punk. Rollins got cheers with how hard he finished that fucking promo.
You're seeing now this. I think we're seeing the passing of the tide. We're seeing generation move to generation. We're seeing Randy Orton on the back nine. John Cena's on the retirement tour. CM Punk is, doing what he can do, like paying it forward, getting it back, and everything like that. But we've also got Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, like Drew McIntyre. You're seeing that shift of guys that are on the back nine versus guys that are hitting their prime.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And everything you said it best earlier. Big brother, little brother.
Oh yeah,
they're one and the same in so many ways, and that's what it felt like. Like it just that's how it went back and forth. And even with, and I said the last music we were going to hear of 2024 was going to be Punk. It was actually Seth. Seth got the mic drop and got the music played. I mean, there you go. Congrats, Seth, with the steal. But both guys burning, and they're both again. They're swinging and they're landing. It's one of those fights where neither guy's blocking; they're just throwing.
100%. And Misfit saying absolute cinema. No, I read it and we can move on. But it's one of those of, I think that's a term that, and again, I hate the stupid little buzzwords that pop up in every fucking year, but 2024 really, I guess, encapsulates that phrase of cinema of when it comes to pro wrestling and everything. Of huge moment followed by huge moment followed by huge moment. Like we still even had Roman Reigns and Cody meet each other at the 50-yard line and everything like that. And that was a monumental moment.
Right. Well, no, I mean, I agree with that. And Paul's saying, I can't wait to see the haters start talking about that. Again, I think if you're a genuine wrestling fan of any age, but if you truly like wrestling and what it brings to the table, there's not much that was a class on a promo battle. Like those two guys came in and murdered that from start to finish. That was excellent. You got pumped even though they didn't get in a fight. You were in it still. Like, oh, get him again.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, I'm waiting for round 2. Smack!
Right.
Don DeMarco, all of that. Like, all right, so we had the first round of these bars. Let's get to the second round here.
100%, man. Like round 2 fight. 7.5 out of 10. My rating, folks. If you are new here, we take a rating out of 10 on every single show. So make sure you let us know, how did you feel about the show? Out of 10, we'll stick around and read a few, and then we will say sayonara from there. But 7.5 out of 10, my rating, not bad. Punk though does the G drop bombs all night long. There's something in the middle of their chair that didn't quite work out.
Yeah, you put that emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Excellent main event thing, a main event segment. I agree with Seth Rollins. CM Punk is a cancer in WWE. KJ and Big Nick. Emo. Hey, Nick, you want to answer that? Because I mean,
to me, it's one of those of you're entitled to it, and I 100% of I think that's what makes this work. Is there is still that line, that divide of Christ. Me and Anthony went to whole in court over it and everything like that. Of Christ, that's also a thing we should even mention of wrestling court. I think really kicked off in 2024. So did Wing in the Ring, all the original OC. But yeah, absolutely. There's going to be still that audience, and that's what makes Seth resonate and hit home to an aspect of there is still that fan base that regardless of anything CM Punk says, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck no matter what. Yeah, that's accurate, Nick. I mean, fair enough. 8.5 out of 10. 8.5. Watching the promo again right now, fair enough. We know our main event. We now know. No, we already knew, and I know there was some. Again, this is where I killed. We laugh about this all the time, Nick. Of the reporters, I mean, we saw it live. Of it's going to be this, and still people were reporting other things. It was amazing to watch. But yeah, no, the main event will be Seth and Punk.
But still, though, already with what we had advertised and then what we got announced tonight, like again, this tonight very much felt like the go home show for like a pay-per-view,
right?
And everything.
Yeah.
You end it with CM Punk and Seth Rollins eviscerating each other in the fucking ring and everything like that. That very much felt like, all right, so now we're going into Rumble, we're going to SummerSlam. Which big four pay-per-view are we going into? We're going into Raw and Netflix. All right, checks out.
Yeah, 100%. And it feels that way. I completely agree with that. 10 out of 10 USA Networks. Yeah. Goodbye, USA Network. 8.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Touchdown.
Do we need to start playing tabs?
8 out of 10. 49ers TD. Oh, making me nervous.
I think they just know it's gonna fuck with you at this point because I know my guy. You have that. Don't even want to mad.
49ers beating Detroit right now. 8 out of 10. Solid fun Raw. 8 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Good effing show. If this is any indication of what's to come, I'm here for it. Yeah, there's a lot to come. Like, I mean, again, going to 3 hours, going back to 3 hours, there's a lot of content, and they have a lot of time to let this shit breathe.
I'm just still can't wait until January 6th, the kickoff of them on Netflix, because again, that's granted, it's still going to be the debut episode. It's a little bit like when NXT went to CW on a much bigger scale and everything. But when they had CM Punk show up, then they had Randy Orton show up and everything like that. But they're going to go hell for leather with this. This is going to be monumental.
Right. I completely agree. That was insane. Loved every bit of it. Of that ending segment. What is your favorite moment of USA, KJ, Nick, and this year? Listen, I'll be honest. The Mick Foley, the asses in seats Raw moment was one of my favorite wrestling moments ever.
Fair enough. I mean, that's the one that turned the tide.
Sorry, Nick.
No, you're fine. It's one of those to me, it's between that. I can't remember if the Austin Booker T grocery store I think that was a SmackDown.
That was a SmackDown, I believe.
Yeah, price check on Jackass.
But you had the beer truck.
You saw Monday Night Raw. He shows up with the beer truck. Right. You had all of that to where he shows up with the cement truck, fills up McMahon's, Corvette and everything. That's the thing is there's so many core memories to unlock when it comes to going through Monday Night Raw of USA Network. I live in New Hampshire now, born and raised in New York and everything. I can still tell you what channel, if you flip through the TV, both stations is like how to find USA so you can watch Monday Night Raw.
Right. No, 100%, man. I mean, and again, those are the memories. To me, I thought that was one of, if not the biggest Stone Cold pop. When the glass shattered, when all that chaos was going on, and JR's selling it, dude, I get goosebumps talking about it. And then he just fucking claps him with the chair, pulls Mo Foley over, 1, 2, 3, asses in the seats forever.
Yeah, but the only thing that dampers it is because it was attempted to be spoiled beforehand.
What do you mean?
With Bischoff thrown out there of, Mick Foley or what the Tony Schiavone put asses in seats and everything. That's the wet paper towel on to everything.
That ended up being a huge
right. Well, that's a historic moment across the board when it comes to the Monday Night Wars of this really. This is like the Monday Night Wars have been over, and now the other side of the troops just decided we'll finally go home. The enemy's already not been fighting for a while. Maybe we'll go home.
Right? 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Can't wait for Punk. Rollins. Can't wait. 8 out of 10. Era of an era. End of an era. Yes. 2 great women's matches. Gable match. Great talk off. 7.5. Raw and Cable has left the building. Facts. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Anthony, who was loving it tonight. Goodbye, USA Network. I like Seth mentioned TKAEW in a roundabout way. Well, that's the plausible deniability and the fun part of all that. TK won't know what to do now. I mean, TK is going to status quo. He's not like, again, I don't think he melts down as much as people think. I think he melts down on bigger than we think at times, but
we could get into the whole questions and everything from the media scrum, but we're past that point. But yeah, it's one of those of, is TK just the one of, I chased the car with the tire and everything like that. Now that the car is not coming down the street anymore, he's like, I don't know what to bark at.
Right. No, I mean 100%. Raw is a B. I liked it. Gatu Otuka Films. It's funny, I just watched The Rundown with The Rock and Sean William Scott, and they're trying to find the Gatu.
I was like, funny, I just invested in a Gatu film.
I just got my Gatu crypto.
All right.
I cannot forget about Oba Fami. Well, Oba's got some shit to do. He's about to be champion. That's the crazy part. We get Netflix on, then we get New Year's Eve on the next night. Oba Femi, there's a good chance he becomes world champion that night. Lots of crazy shit going on there. Dynamite comes back Wednesday. Thursday, we're here for the preview of fucking something. No, we're Rumble. We're here for the award show next Thursday. So
that too.
Shit don't stop, folks. Wet paper towel. Pause.
Well, it's pro wrestling already hit a fever pitch, in 2024, and now we're out here with Christopher Walken of I need more cowbell.
Yeah, like we're peaking at a really good spot for my money. I think we're really peaking at like we're hitting a good stride.
I don't even think we're peaking. I think we're climbing.
Yeah, but we're really we're in a really strong groove going into 2025. Like we're not back, walking through the back door on this one. We're kicking down the front door.
We're on a heater. We're on a heater running into 2025.
Right. But yeah, man, that is it. Raw is in the books. I'm giving it an 8. I'm in a happy mood. It's 7.5, 8, but I'm going 8 solid. I almost gave it a 9 just because I'm in a good mood.
Oh no. 8. Nay.
I thought the matches cooked. I thought Chad Gable and Otis over delivered. I think both IC title matches were real solid, real strong. The J stuff was great. The Penta tees, woohoo. Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I'm solid 8 on tonight's show.
I can go with you and give it an 8. I could have given it a 7.5, 7 1/4, 7 3/4 actually. 9, nay.
Mm-hmm.
World's End was 9 and very solid.
Right.
I have to do it one more time because it's the end of 2024 and everything like that. And it was such a nice little video package. So,
wow. I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick. Oh my God.
We got blood.
And not only blood, but a lot of blood, like Kevin Owens. And bro, Tama Tonga coming out here literally like an R&B music video or an episode of Power with this unbuttoned fucking shirt and the pecs and the pot. Them shits is percolating, my guy.
It's 7 o'clock on the dot.
Top.
Here comes Jack Perry. Dax all alone.
Yeah, and randomly going down the ladder. Here comes the devil mask. Here comes tease of, but this is my moment. Yeah, it is your moment. But why are you here?
I want
you had your moment, Jack Perry. So why are you here? Why are you coming at me with this shit? Then, bro, he's doing the full Monty out here. Just he's got a little bit more.
Oh, down goes Drew. Down goes Drew. Punk's had enough.
Oh, is there gonna be a cash
He's
in?
gonna take off the. He's taking off the brace.
It's gonna be a cash in.
Back down the hatches.
I'm feeling it.
Shut up, Anthony. No way. Cash in.
Let's go!
Let's go! Let's go!
Damian Priest coming out right now, trying to cash in.
Take that, Drew!
Drew with the
Do it! Do it!
And CM Punk's gonna be sitting there on the table just looking at him as he gets pinned.
They just fuck you right now. Right now, Nick. Punk standing over him.
Come on,
Priest
Damian!
Cash in, choke slam.
Seven! Yes! I told you! I told you! I told you!
Oh my God!
Let's go!
You can have that.
Oh! Wow!
And your new world heavyweight champion, Damian Priest.
The minute Punk stood up, Anthony called it.
It's like Nia Jax stole their lunch money or something, and they can't let it go because it's ridiculous.
I'll probably go over it, so don't worry. Don't
You're on the clock.
Afraid to cut me off. Is this counting into my 2 minutes?
Yes.
On the crowd.
There he is. I called it. Let's go.
Yeah, but
I'm so sorry that I'm quiet because I don't have any
no,
any
fine.
words.
I'll keep talking for
Finish
the
that, Paul.
You are not my tribal chief. Let's fucking go. And he's crying and he's weeping, and this is so good. And Solo takes out Heyman. Oh my God.
Oh, Samoan spike to the wise man. Oh!
Don't give a shit what Meltzer or anyone else out there says. Tony Khan takes a bump. That's fucking hell.
Let's go in the get ready. Gangrel!
She'd be like,
why did I have a dark screen?
Lights out, lights out. It's not that you got PTSD now.
I was like, oh, no way. No way. Is that Ethan Page?
Oh, it is.
Ethan Page.
I mean, my teeth burn a little bit, but
a sentence I thought I would.
Yeah. And I've only seen like a Mountie like outside of a fair, like maybe twice. I did get pulled over by a horse once though.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? Do that. We're out.
Out. Mic drop. Bounce. Perfect. Dude. Well, folks, that is our mic drop on 2024. That was Raw. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. I wish everyone out there a safe, happy, and healthy holiday. Happy New Year to all. Thank you for being a part of these shows. Don't forget, 2025 is going to be even better. More coming your way. We don't stop for nothing. So, my man, take us home one more time.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you turn up that rest, able to put that bar live with it.
Have a good night, folks. Happy New Year. See you on the flip side of the calendar.